to Weekly Affirmations, the positive feel-good show that helps you kick off your awesome weekend. Joe, can we get the intro song, please?
Oh, I said a weekly affirmations, a positive feel-good show. The most positive thing on this channel called Hyper Rapid Power Go.
It's pretty decent.
Hello everybody, hello chat. Oh, look at all of my friends. I see Toadcoder and Josephine and a fifth reel. Oh, and so many other people that are super awesome. It is great to see you again on this wonderful Friday here in Seattle. If you're joining us for the first time, this is a show that is positive and feel good, and also about indie and freeform games. Those are the analog kind, not digital. We like exploring the weird stuff here on Weekly Affirmations. And hello, Herodinks, hello, Critter Twitch, oh, Denoba, Mr. Owl. It is so great to see you guys.
Six Master, Fernatalk, Dino, all the old standbys, all our old pals are with us.
I think
today.
he prefers Final Fantasy IX Master is the official title.
I don't care.
Okay, that's
I'm
fine.
gonna go with Fix. It's so fun to say. Fix Master.
Fist Master.
It's great.
So it is a pleasure to see all of you today. It has been kind of a long week in Seattle. I went to urgent care on Wednesday. I had an allergic reaction to something, so I still have like all of these antihistamines like pumping through my body. But otherwise, things are good for me. What about you, Sally?
It's been a week. A week for me as well. But there are things that I like about this week.
Oh,
so
we're gonna talk about those in a second.
So
yes.
Just thinking about that.
This week on Weekly Affirmations, we are going to play Nathan Paletta's Fate's Fickled Winds. In case you're not familiar with Nathan Paletta, he is a pretty famous indie RPG designer. He did Worldwide Wrestling, Hyper Rapid Power Go!
Where is it?
Happy #Strix Day. Can I get an affirmation for Hayloric for her new job here at Hyper RPG #Wexing?
Hey Laura.
Hey Laura.
Hey Laura, QQ.
Hey Laura,
Get over
come
here.
in here. So you just got an affirmation from Eridings.
Yeah.
Do you know how affirmations work yet?
Yeah, I do.
Excellent.
I actually watched the show.
So you're prepared to make a noise.
Yes.
Excellent.
I don't remember that.
I believe in you.
So, Laura, you are a cosmopolitan, equivocating centaur.
That's really funny. I do like this. So I'm gonna say that they're more of like a because they seem like warriors to me.
But in a more
But they're
cosmopolitan,
cosmopolitan,
way.
and they're equivocating.
So wearing a fancy hat whilst
Yeah, like if a
Making
centaur
that
was
sound.
in Sex in the City,
right.
what would that centaur be like?
Pish posh.
Pish posh.
Pish posh.
Such a Samantha thing
Wonderful.
to say. Such a Samantha thing
No, I
to
don't
say.
watch that.
Thank you for being
like,
initiated.
pish
I hope you
posh.
feel affirmed.
I do.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you, Eridings.
Yes.
Okay, so we plan on playing Fate's Fickled Winds by Nathan Paletta. He is, again, a pretty famous indie RPG designer. Worldwide Wrestling is probably the one that you would know him by most. It's a WWE wrestling RPG, which is super awesome, actually. A lot of people love it. You can go ahead and take a look at his game. We're going to link it in chat. We also have his Twitter handle available if you want to go say hi to him and let him know that you like what you see today. And I have a few announcements as well. So, today is Freaky Friday, as in Free Key Friday, which means every subscription means that there's going to be a Steam key giveaway. Later today we have Death from Above at 6 p.m. The whole cast will be back to kick off our show. I'm super excited. We're going to have Domestic Dan from his wonderful cooking show on Twitch. We are really villainous villain today. I can only imagine Dan being a villain.
Really villainous.
Super hyped about that.
villainous.
And then the Ojimbo will assign your position aboard the Sub Thumper for sub benefits, which means there is a new list of sub benefits for when you subscribe. So you get access to our Discord. You get to play the Shadowrun meta game, which is really fun. You're gonna see people playing today probably. You get to play games with the crew via Discord, and right now you get $5 off all of our Teespring campaigns.
Which are, there's some like new stuff up there.
Yeah.
Couple weeks old, fresh new teas. get down on that. It's really exciting. I'm waiting for one to arrive personally.
Which one?
Can't wait.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a surprise.
Oh, a surprise. I don't even get to know.
Just
Okay.
not.
All right. It's fine. That's fine.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Eventually, all things will come to light.
Right. Got it.
Yeah.
So here on Weekly Affirmations, we like being positive and encouraging each other. So one thing that you might have seen just now was an affirmation from me to whoever that affirmation was dedicated to. You can get an affirmation by donating or subscribing, and I will pull it from my handy dandy affirmation matrix. We have recently adopted a new practice around affirmations suggested by one of you guys, where our guests at the end of the show will add a new affirmation card.
I'm so excited.
I hope you are ready.
So excited for that. I am going through so many possibilities in my head right now. I'm glad that I have the remainder of the show to decide.
Yeah.
Because it's a big responsibility as well. I mean, if it's going to be used forever on Weekly Affirmations.
It's true. You gotta get
It's
it
a lot
right.
of pressure. It's a lot of pressure, but I'm so excited.
We'll see it through.
Yeah.
So the other thing that we do here is tweet. So with the hashtag GameFeels with a Z, you can tweet us throughout the show. This can be affirmations of your own, thoughts about what we're playing, shout outs to other people, affirming them. We just like being awesome and positive. So we will take a break in the middle of the show to read those tweets live on television, and we'll do the same thing at the end of the show as well. So remember, hashtag GameFeels on Twitter, tweet us, tweet other people with the hashtag, and of course donate or subscribe to get a really awesome affirmation, which may or may not include animal sounds, because we really like making those sounds on this show.
Most likely will include animal sounds.
Yes,
most
hopefully-
likely. Always accurate too. Always completely
100%.
scientifically accurate animal sounds. We take it very, very seriously. We're very professional here at Hyper RPG.
That's true. We're so professional, in fact, that we have this thing called Strix Facts. We may see some Strix Facts in chat here today. These are facts that are true about me, and they're so true that we will stop and we will read them out anytime that we see them.
I also 100% accurate. We would never ever get anything. I mean, let's start getting some Strix Facts ready so we have some examples, because I always learn so many new and exciting and completely true things about you.
Completely true things.
And I can't wait to see what today will bring for hashtag Strix Facts.
So while we're waiting on those Strix Facts, I guess we should probably introduce ourselves. So my name is Strix, and I am the host of this show. I put together all the content, I usually wrangle the guests, and we make sure that designers show up in chat to talk to you most of the time. I do so many things with games. I'm a designer, I'm a gaming academic, so I write boring peer-reviewed papers on games and psychology, which no one reads, but I think they're fascinating. And I'm also a diversity and inclusion advocate and kind of helper behind the scenes with a lot of different companies. So that's what I do. What about you? Who are you?
I am Sally. I am a regular here on Hyper RPG. I used to co-host Trivia Hops on Thursday nights. I am currently working on figuring out some cool new programs that I will be on. If anyone watched Honesty Hour a few days ago, we're changing up a lot of things on the channel the next few weeks, so I'm figuring out what my new role will be. I'm also a stand-up comedian in the Seattle area and a very, very passionate cat owner. I love to touch soft animals. Mostly, my cat's name is Anya. So that's me.
From Buffy?
Yes. Anyanka, when she's bad, only when she's bad, when she's in trouble, and she knows it too when I call her that. She knows. But she's my little demon. What can I say?
That's so cute.
So that's me. Sally does the funnies. I like that. That's a good way.
Strix fact: may or may not contain traces of peanuts. This is true. I might have traces of peanuts in me. Totally 100% true. Oh, you know what we forgot? 3 things that we like.
3 things we like.
We always do 3 things that we like at the beginning of every show. We encourage you to participate in chat. Please share with us 3 things that you like. It could be this week, it could be all time. What are my 3 things this week? So my 3 things this week that I really like are Akino Arai. She is a J-pop singer, and she's been around actually for a long time. I think she just came out with a new album, which I want to go check out. She's the one that did the in-credit themes to Outlaw Star, if you ever watched Outlaw Star. You know, the really beautiful feminine songs at the end. So I totally dig Akino Arai, and I'm super excited for more content from her. I also like Stranger Things. Again, mostly for the music, actually. It's like 80s synth, but future retro 80s synth that's just like perfect. I could just write to that music like all day.
I'm excited to watch that. I haven't watched it yet. My mom is coming into town next week, and I promised to wait and watch it with her, but I've heard very good things about it. I'm really but I haven't caved yet.
Yeah.
I have to wait just like a few more days, and then I will be able to watch it finally. Cannot wait. Stranger Things. Netflix.
Stranger Things. Netflix. And then the third thing that I like is... Onam. So you probably don't know what Onam is. Onam is a holiday that happens in southern India, and it was yesterday. And it's a really beautiful festival of lights and colors and sounds. And as you folks know, I work with the crew down at Shanti Bhavan's Children's Project in Bangalore, and they were celebrating, and there was lots of pictures, which I'm sure will show up on social media pretty soon. So yay, happy Onam, everybody. That's my third thing.
What is Onam exactly? Celebration of? Is it just...
Gosh. There is probably a specific god that Onam is referencing. I just know that it was yesterday for them, so today for us, and that it's really pretty. And
it's really
there are
fun.
Good
lights pictures and things like that.
Food and candles. So someone should Google Onam and tell us exactly what it is.
Yeah, somebody in chat throw that out there, because now I am very curious. Hyper Rabbit Power, go!
Yeah.
More QQ, less pew pew. Please affirm Laura. Hashtag game feels. Hashtag new in Seattle. Hashtag or dash
Oh
fra.
boy.
Get over here.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Laura.
Do you see what card we got?
Already. Oh, what a way to start the show. I'm so excited. Laura, you should be real excited right now. Extra excited for this affirmation. Oh my god.
I looked at it. Yes. So, Laura, you are a silly, articulating anteater.
What does an anteater sound like? I always forget.
Well, I think I have a special anteater sound, but Laura would be curious in what sound you think an anteater makes.
Well, he's silly, so...
That's
crossed eyes and everything.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, always the crossed eyes. Yeah, you can always
like that.
You
What
can
does
hear
your
the crossed
anteater
eyes.
sound like?
Oh, that's a very dangerous question.
But it's, I mean, it's a great way to welcome Laura to the channel.
I should probably do my anteater for Laura, just so she knows.
Scorpion cookies.
Oh, scorpion cookies. Those are cookies that I make. They're the cookies that bite back.
Those are spice in them?
There is some scorpion venom in them. I made them for one of my earlier shows for Monster Hearts, and nobody died, which was good, but there's definitely some heat.
That is a very good thing.
But anyway, the anteater, the famous anteater sound here on my show is very specific. So let me do this. Anteater.
I like it.
Especially the la, the last part. Yeah, that's the anteater sound. The official anteater sound of Weekly Affirmations.
I know that.
Yeah. So now, next time you run into an anteater, you know how to greet it, and it's native tongue.
Mine was kind of close to that.
It was.
Yeah,
Which is
actually.
really weird.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was
silly.
It was
instinctively
pretty
knows.
close. Yeah. I think it's a great way to
Who
welcome
donated
you.
that, by the way?
Uh,
Because I didn't see.
brain.
I didn't pay attention to the
Gina
name. I'm
Fortes,
sorry.
And
4am Critter.
4am
Thank you,
Critter.
4am
Yeah,
Critter.
Thank you.
And Joe, did I miss that Woden-san just resubbed? I think that's a yes. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, I got it right. Resub. You know what?
Resub hype. Thank you.
I'm gonna give an affirmation for a resub.
Well deserved.
I think so.
Who
So
was it that resub?
Woden-san.
Woden's son.
So, you know, Odin's son.
Thank you so much for the resub.
Oh boy. So, Woden-san, thank you so much for the resub. Your guys' subscriptions and donations keep us on the air. I love this show, so thank you. You are, I hope you're feeling affirmed right now, a delightful, sparkling griffin. A delightful,
I love
sparkling
that one.
griffin. So I imagine it's like a griffin. He's kind of prideful, and he's just like, ho ho ho,
Just
ho ho ho.
whilst sparkling.
Yes, of course. He's like
I
the
do
Edward
love
Cullen
sparkles.
of.
I do love sparkles. Anything that
griffins.
sparkles. Yeah. I guess he's Edward Cullen of griffins.
Of griffins.
All right.
Yeah.
So, thank you. There you go.
Strix fact: Strix was raised by ninja anteaters.
Ninja anteaters.
You know, that's not too far from the truth.
Strix facts.
It's creepy how close you guys can get sometimes.
Wow. Now I want to know more about that later. I want to know. Okay. Well,
But we were talking about your 3 things this week.
yes, my 3 things that I like this week. Number 1, say fried oyster po' boys. I had an amazing one in downtown Seattle this weekend, and I've been thinking about it nonstop since then. Thank you, Master Malicious, for following.
Thanks for
Give me a
following
full
us.
heart. Sure that they'll stick around. You know, maybe we'll get a new sub out of them. But yeah, fried oyster po' boy, just fantastic. Real good. Again, can't stop thinking about it all week. My second thing, Orphan Black. I'm wearing my Clone Club shirt today, so
That's awesome.
I love that show. It's an amazing BBC America, but it's Canadian sci-fi show that's super feministy and unique, and it's going to be ending next year, which I'm sad about, but it's had an amazing run, and it's one of my absolute favorite shows of all time.
Good taste.
Orphan Black, and
I haven't caught up on the last season. I've only seen the first 3.
it was so good.
Really?
I loved
Okay.
this last season.
I just think that the actress is the most amazing talented actor I've ever seen in my life.
Tatiana Maslany, I really hope that after the show ends, she will go very far. She's absolutely incredible, this actress. If you've never seen the show, it's about clones, and she plays like 50 different characters the same actress does, but they're all individual.
Anna.
Hashtag weekly affirmations hype. For Anna PLZ. Hashtag fleet love. Hashtag less thon 3.
Excellent. That was from my 5th reel for Anna.
Anna, will
Yeah,
you
come on out
PLZ
here.
get in here?
Oh, by the way, Paximo, if you actually want to read some of my academic papers, they're available on academia.edu. You would just look me up by my real name, which is Whitney Vilkbrand.
This is
Are you
pretty
ready?
cool because we've got like a good area to
I know.
come in and walk
in,
around,
be a
and I can
friend.
just be like, alright.
So, this affirmation is from a 5th reel. Yes, I say it that way every time. At least I'm consistent.
It's one of the reasons I like you.
So, Anna, you are a glamorous, thundering pixie.
It's pretty badass. I'm tiny,
pixie.
but I am glamorous and mighty. I like it.
Yes.
I like it. Thank you.
Wait,
And thank you, a
But
5th
you
reel.
lack in stature.
Now you've got me doing it.
I've infected you with my lingual traits.
Pronunciation. Rain.
Is it pronunciation or pronunciation?
Oh God! Now you're doing it to me too. This is not okay. This is going to be a
Thank
thing
you.
now.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you.
Oh man. So yeah, Orphan Black. That's my second thing that I like, and my third thing that I like this week. I am not saying this to be sad or anything. But this is Weekly Affirmations, which is a feeling show. We talk about our feelings.
Yes, we do.
The third thing that I like this week is my friend Sophie, who passed away last Wednesday, but she has been the thing that I like every week for 7 years now, and it's no different this week. So that's my third thing that I like this week is my friend Sophie. So
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. It's really cool.
that's my thing. So, but
No, that's good.
positive.
It's positive.
It's Weekly Affirmations, and we're here to be happy and
But also feel feelings.
Yeah,
we
feelings.
feel the feelings.
it's okay to feel the feelings. Nothing wrong
the good
with that.
feelings, the bad feelings, all the feelings.
All the feelings. All the
feelings.
feels. All the feels.
So, let's talk a little bit about our game today. So, Fate's Fickle Winds is technically a card game. you can go and pay what you want for this game on Nathan's website, which we will again link in chat. I paid $5. And you get the whole PDF, which includes everything that you need to play, including these cards, which you cut out, and then I stapled them together so that they're nice and pretty and two-sided. And what this game is really about is competitive narrative, which, you know, we don't often do on the show, but we did last week, and now we're doing again this week, so there must be something in the air. So this is a game that you can win, which is not our usual thing here on Weekly Affirmations, but I thought it might be fun to give this a try in a different way than we did last week, where we played Once Upon a Time, which was the fairy tale card game. So this one is dramatically different in structure than Once Upon a Time, and there's really only 2 players. This is a strictly 2-player game. It takes kind of as long as you want it to, because you get to control the end state or the win state. And in the case of this game, that means that you are telling a story and you're trying to compete against each other with magics, the winds of magic, which we'll talk about here in a minute, and you are trying to affect prophecy. So there's a good character and there's a wicked character, and we haven't decided who is who yet because we're actually going to let you guys decide. And we battle each other with magics using these cards. So that's the gist of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna read Nathan's intro to the game, and then we'll talk about how to play. So, the never-ending struggle. United, harmonious, all was once one. Then, one became many, and many became many, and in the end, that which was whole splintered into the innumerable. Most retains some of all things. Some, though, are all of one, or of the other. Of the good, or of the wicked. Throughout mortal history, these 2 factions have sought dominion over their nature and over the world. Bound by laws universal and arcane, those who fight this endless war see their fortunes ebb and flow with the currents of time. Today, now, there are those who only contain the essential nature of wickedness or of goodness. Some have been fighting for their entire existence. Some are newly awakened, and some have yet to realize their true nature. But something new is happening. There is an inflection point, an opportunity to make a real and permanent victory in the long struggle, a chance to finally say, yes, this world is ours, forevermore. This is your story now.
That's very well written. It's a very, just, ooh,
Yes.
some chills.
Yes.
I like it.
I like Nathan. Nathan is great.
Excellent writing.
Strix wins when she makes other players cry.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true, but only in good ways, not in bad ways. You can make
Good crying,
You
yeah.
can be good crying.
Yeah.
There's totally good crying in games.
Laugh crying. That's a good kind of crying. I've laughed myself to tears many a time.
There's also feeling crying, where you
Feeling
just
crying.
actually have the feelings.
Yeah.
And you're allowed to have them because the space is safe enough that you're like, "Whoa."
That happens.
Yes, that happens. So that's the game. Let's talk about the object of the game. So the 2 players are struggling to gain control of an ancient prophecy. The prophecy is represented by snippets of verse contained on prophecy cards. Play progresses through a series of scenes. You guys should be familiar with scenes right now. This is a common structure in these types of freeform games. The wicked and the good player alternate setting scenes representing the steps they take to build their own power. Bring down the other or discover new elements of the prophecy. Details on the playing the game sheet, which we have. During these scenes, players narrate how they enforce the will upon the world and invoke their magic, with the capital M, to make changes permanent and important. They use their winds of magic cards to fuel the magic, which are these cards right here. There's 4 different decks: north, south, east, and west. And the winds, hyper rapid power, go!
Wise master of the board needs an affirm to hashtag fix it yo hashtag perfect timing hash set or dash crub.
Unfortunately, I just saw from Hey Laura, Joe's replacement, that Joe just left the building to go get food.
Aww.
So when he returns, I'm sure that we can save that affirmation for him.
Do we want to
Yeah,
save
or
it? We can save it? after? Yes? We'll save it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we'll save it then.
4
Save
a.m.
it.
Critter, we're saving Joe's affirmation. I'm gonna set it
Because he
aside.
does deserve an affirmation.
In person, I think.
But he deserves lunch as well.
Yes, he does. So I'm gonna set it right here. It's safe. Just do me a favor when Joe comes back. Remind me, because I will forget. I'm forgetful.
I've got the angle right now, the Joe angle, so I'll keep an eye on it.
I've also written it down.
Thank you.
Oh, there you
Excellent.
go. Oh gosh, that's the first time I've ever heard a voice that isn't Joe from the walkie-talkie. That's exciting.
Yay! Oh, Strix facts. Strix is only interested in the tears from the soul. They nourish her magic. That's awesome. Strix facts. In the beginning, there was only Strix, and she was so wicked that something happened, and now I can't read it because
See
you
it
guys are going
anymore.
so fast. But keep the Strix facts up because they're hilarious.
These are, yeah, some real good ones already. Real good ones.
Okay, so we were talking about how the game works. The wins also determine who gains control of any face-up prophecy cards. This is important because getting 3 prophecy cards means that you win. That is the win state. So you want the prophecy cards, but I also want the prophecy cards. To gain control of prophecy cards, a player has to use their magics, fueled by the winds of magic. The only way to take control of prophecy is to play win cards during a scene. The Winds of Magic playsheet describes how the Winds cards are used in the scene, so we'll talk about that later, and how to determine the winner of Magic contests. So if we start like throwing magic at each other, there is a way to determine mathematically who actually wins. So we want to set interesting and evocative scenes that demand investment from the other player and the best way to get win cards into play. So we really want to like get into it with each other. So I'm glad you're here, Sally, because I trust you to do that with me.
I think I can do that. I can get into it. People, I can be passionate. I'm a very passionate person, I think. So
Yes.
it seems like it'll be a good role for me, whether it's
Excellent.
wicked or good,
Wicked or good.
which we will find out later. So
Okay. At the end of the scene, the amount and kind of Winds cards played determine who can take hold of a prophecy card. It is possible to lose the magical contest during a scene, but still have the stronger overall force with which to take control of prophecy. That's it.
And can we get the link to the game again in chat for Hamza?
Yes,
Hamza
please.
19. Fates, Fickle Winds.
Fates.
Fates.
Fickle Winds by Nathan Paletta.
Winds. Should we decide who is
I
who
think
is
we
who?
should.
So
So chat.
chat.
Who do you want to be good and who do you want to be wicked today? I think either way, you're gonna end up with a good game. So let us know. We're just gonna do like a popular in chat, whoever speaks the loudest,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fastest. That's how we're gonna decide. We're not gonna do a straw poll. So let us know.
Wicked or
Wicked
good?
or good?
Do you have a personal preference for what you would
what
want
I would
to play?
want to do? You know, I generally would tend towards something like Wicked, but it might be interesting to play against type and be good.
Right.
But also, I would just be really good at Wicked.
Right.
So
I know. Yeah. In video games, I you know, if there's a renegade option, that's what I always go for. I generally play the baddie.
Okay, Strix is good. I don't think Sally can be good. Sally be good. Sally for good. Strix for evil.
This is very much 50-50.
Go by color
so.
of shirts. Black
I
and
mean,
white.
yeah.
Strix
Says-
get wicked. Strix for wicked.
I'm seeing a lot
Sally
of
for
Strix
good.
for. Okay, I think it's
Okay.
It's leaning towards.
I'm seeing a lot of
This
good
is,
Sally.
I am. I'm surprised by that. Honestly, I am. So, I think seems wicked good. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's
I
fine
mean,
with me.
is that what we're getting? It's hard when there's only 2 options. It's completely 50-50, but
I'm feeling like the general
Yeah.
gravity is towards you being good.
yeah, wicked, good.
Wicked.
All right,
Excellent.
So,
I mean-
what's a good sound that I can? Ah,
You can be like,
oh,
aha.
ha,
Oh,
ha.
we could do the anime.
I can't. You can. Yeah. You make the sound and then I'll just. Did that look real? Did it look like I was the one doing it?
I think we're
So.
close.
Okay. So
Okay, so
good
there
shit.
is a set of character sheets for good and for wicked. And is this the Pokemon theme? It is.
Oh, it is. It's just like
totally
a
is.
super like shredded guitar version, you know, rock and roll and stuff like that I know a lot about, clearly.
Okay. Alright, so let's talk about these character sheets. So let's start with the good character sheet and work through what's on there.
All right.
So you have several sections to fill out that help determine your personality and also what magics you have access to. Wait, this is Zelda. This is Pokemon. Maybe I'm just getting my wires crossed. It is Zelda.
Yeah, this is Zelda. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it is.
I just need to drink more coffee.
Yeah, it's Zelda. Yes, always.
So,
my first one is I am picking a trait from the I am list.
what are your options?
So, young, which I would then know the magic of beasts. Strong, magic of protection. Fierce, magic of passion. Quick, magic of the old ways. Or old, you know the magic of knowing.
Ooh.
So,
What sounds appealing to you? What do you guys think?
I mean, magic of beasts is, of course, my first instinct because I do love beasts.
Mm-hmm.
But because I'm good,
You can do good
I feel like
beasts.
yeah, I could do good beasts, but
Wasn't there that whole show in the 90s, along with like Xena and Hercules, there was like the Beastmaster? He was good.
was it Beastmaster?
There was a Beastmaster show.
I remember Beast Wars, and some of them
No,
were
no,
good.
he wore like a loincloth and he was really ripped. Oh, thank you, Dark Falls, for following. Hurts.
Beastmaster. I don't remember that one,
It's
but
totally a Beastmaster.
you know what? I think I'm going to go with magic of protection. So I am strong. So I know the magic of protection. That seems like a good thing to know, especially if you're trying to destroy the world.
Yes.
I should be able to protect said
See,
world.
Master Malicious One says there was a Beastmaster.
There was a Beastmaster.
I am correct.
Okay. I've never heard of it, but he sounds like a fox.
Oh, yeah.
I do love a good loincloth.
Mhm.
Yeah, just throwing that out there. So I am strong, but not, and the traits that I have available: wise, righteous, clever, trustworthy, or sympathetic.
Ooh. What do you want to not be?
I am strong, but not wise.
Okay. By the way, these traits are also color-coded, which you can't see because they're not on camera, but they correspond with the wind cards, which are the types of magics that you will draw from.
All right, so this is mean, correct? What is my mean?
Yes, what is
Okay.
your mean?
So this is how you appear on the surface and how mortals see you always. Your mean is non-gender specific and you should describe yourself however you want. Your first trait will prevent you from choosing one option. So I can't have traveler as my mean,
Because you picked strong.
but I can choose sage, scholar, soldier, or child. So
What do you think?
I think it makes sense to go with soldier because I am strong and that I am strong, grim, and quiet. And I'm not wise, so that makes more sense.
I mean,
Yeah,
getting
I'm gonna
this
go with
broody sense from this character.
I'm gonna go with soldier. Strong, grim, and quiet. So that is my mean.
Got it.
My role. So I pick one. This is the role you are meant to play. In the last chapter of the struggle against the wicked, your choice of traits will prevent you from choosing one option. Also, those of both sides, good and wicked, know what your role is, unless I use magic to conceal myself. So I can not be the smith because I'm not wise, but I can be the paladin, the seeker, the guide, or the muse.
Ooh.
Paladin, I will wield our weapons against foes. So I know the magic of fighting, which does go along with being strong and a soldier.
It's very archetypical.
But I know the magic of protection. So I am going to choose to be the guide. I will gather those who need to come together. So I know the magic of time.
Excellent.
That is my role. And I know, yeah, so I know the magic of time.
And you know a couple other magics too.
Yes, I know the magic of protection and time.
So you might want to write protection down there.
Oh,
also.
yeah. Protection.
And what does your Winds of Magic say in the bottom left?
So the winds are eternal, outside and above your struggle, and yet crucial to it. Both the good and the wicked call on the winds to power their magics. See the playing the good sheet. Okay, the winds are represented by 4 decks of 6 cards each, and we both have access to the same decks. I know these 2 magics, and I get to pick a 3rd magic that I've learned as well by drawing a card from the wind that fuels each of your magics, and then 1 wind from each deck. So I guess that's when we start the game now. So I will get a 3rd magic. that I can- that I can
Excellent.
use. So that is me. I am strong but not wise, and I am a soldier, but also the guide.
Excellent. Okay, so now it's my turn to make a wicked character. So you should probably name your character before we do that.
Okay, so I'm not going to do Anya. I'm not going to do it.
Uh-huh.
I think because I am wearing my Clone Club shirt today, I'm going to go with Helena. Helena is my character name.
Oh, yes.
That is me.
That's one of my favorite
Helena.
character names.
Mine too.
I approve.
Yes.
Oh, good morning, Kivas. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, everyone that's in here. Yo, Jimbot. That's a new bot.
We have a new bot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
new bots running around. Is that Kirby? Oh no, that's Binky.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what is Kirby
What is
doing
he
here?
doing? Yeah. Shouldn't he be
In Chicago?
eating
Pizza?
hot dog or
Yeah,
pizza or
something
something?
like that.
A chili dog? Something. Chicago.
You know.
Sandwich? I don't know.
All right, time for the wicked character. So for the wicked character, I must and then choose an evil thing to do. And my choices are turn brother against brother, destroy the world tree, darken the skies forevermore. God, I love this character. Awaken the serpent and call the fire spirit to this world.
Awaken the serpent?
Yeah. I have so many good choices.
God.
No,
That's
Binky,
so
you are not a
cool.
forgettable white guy too. That's just
That's
Kirby.
not. That was an accident. We're sorry. We're so sorry. He did drop into Trivia Hops last night too, very briefly, just a shark attack, of course.
Oh, wild Kirby sightings. Never know when they're gonna happen.
Nope. Least expected.
Okay, so what do you think? I'm really attracted to destroying the world tree, awakening the serpent, or darkening the skies forevermore.
Is it a literal serpent? I mean, is it like a?
I mean,
like
it could be a
monster?
metaphor.
Or yeah, is it like?
It could be, you know, the snake that sits at the root of Yggdrasil trying to eat the world kind of thing. I'm gonna go with awaken the serpent.
Yeah, just that
It's
phrase
so-
alone is just so. I mean, how could you know?
And then I have to note my plans to enact this goal. So to awaken the serpent, I must, ooh, what must I do? I need to sacrifice my own soul.
That never turns out good for anyone, ever.
I need to open a portal. And I need to find a song. That sounds like fun.
Goals. Yes.
Those are goals.
To awaken the serpent.
Awaken the serpent, yes. Strix
God,
facts.
didn't we?
She probably has never seen a picture of me but knows me too well. I know everybody very well. Vicky, everybody. I am not a Slytherin. I am a Ravenclaw.
Oh
Let's
yeah,
just
me too.
Make that
Ravenclaw.
real clear.
Absolutely, same here.
Ravenclaw all the way.
100%. Although with my luck, I'd probably end up being Hufflepuff, but that's okay. Hufflepuffs are great.
I like how
as
we
well.
pretend like it's okay to be a Hufflepuff when it really just never is.
It's
Uh-oh. Hyper Ever Power Go!
There is nothing wrong with being a Slytherin.
We didn't say there was.
Emergency affirmed for Binky.
Oh man, Anna. Oh no.
Oh, she's giving us the eyes.
I think that we already awoke the serpent just now.
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no!
What have we done?
God. I didn't mean to start this. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I think
the things.
we have an emergency affirmation
For
for
Binky.
Binky, but we might need like 2 more emergency affirmations for Emily and Anna.
They're watching us through the glass. Okay, anyway, Binky, you're super awesome and not totally at all a forgettable white guy.
No.
I promise. That's
Hope not.
Kirby.
I mean, maybe you are, but
Don't
but that's okay. Well, no, you're not. You're not.
That's right.
You're,
Because you are a zealous, misbehaving Moogle. Apparently,
Joe is
we
still
we set the AV room on fire with this debate. I'm sorry.
God, everybody just left the building. They left us here alone because we offended literally everyone in the studio.
Who knew? That was still a touchy subject after like 10
It's
years.
been a while now. It's been a while, okay? I mean,
I was just telling the truth, man. Just telling the truth.
man, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. No, we didn't call you. No, not a muggle. Moogle, not muggle. No,
Moogle.
no, we're not gonna offend
Final
anyone.
Fantasy Moogle.
Koopa.
With
Yeah,
the-
just you know, little like wings.
Yeah, that guy who's super cute and awesome and not forgettable. Everyone knows what
No.
Muggles are.
Oh yeah,
Not a Muggle.
definitely not a muggle.
You're welcome, Vicky. Whew, crisis averted.
Getting very wicked, very fast.
I mean, I meant to do that. So, because I'm wicked, I have totems. These are objects of power that exist in the world. At the beginning of the game, I control 2 totems. All of these are potentially important to the course of events and can be found or taken by either person. Totems enable their holder to use the magic they possess, and if they lose possession, they lose the magic. So my choices are the Broken Crown. It possesses the magic of beasts. The Jewel Dagger of the Levant. It possesses the magic of emotion.
Oh.
The Golden Horn. It possesses the magic of finding. The Sign of Ending. It possesses the magic of time. And the Staff of the Magi. It possesses the magic of the old ways. So I think one of these is obvious. I have to pick the Jewel Dagger of the Levant because it is the magic of emotion.
Which is, I think, the most dangerous of all of the ones to possess. Being able to manipulate emotion. That is... This is getting scary already, man.
Yep. That's why magical girls are so powerful, is because they have control of emotions.
I have my work cut out for me.
I think
already.
you do.
Oh,
I think you do. I think you shouldn't have given me the Wicked because I'm too good at it.
There's such good options as the wicked character.
Strix facts. Strix actually knows the world-ending serpent. She named him Mortimer, and he's in wood carvings. I like it.
Thank you, Geneva Plus.
Thank you, Geneva Plus. Okay, and the other one that I want is... I want the magic of finding, and that's the Golden Horn, which kind of reminds me of the Wheel of Time.
Oh.
You know,
excellent reference.
Matrim's horn.
Yeah.
And then I also get to pick my servants. So I get to pick one, and these are those who have already accepted the wickedness into their hearts, and through whom I can work my will. Due to my choice of goal, however, one of these I can't pick. So there are those who are jealous, and I can't pick them if I chose the serpent. There are those who lead. Aw, thank you, Smitty67 for following. Heart, heart, heart. And they perform the magic of knowing. There are those who make, which is the magic of making. And there are those who are selfish, which is the magic of protection. And then finally, those who destroy, and they perform the magic of fighting. And I have to say, I like those who lead. That seems especially relevant given today's sort of culture and evilness and politics.
That is a very powerful quality to have.
Are you getting nervous, Sally?
Not even, you know what? Not even just because of the game, though.
What?
Just now,
What does that
now I'm
mean?
starting to think about like real world, like equivalent, like it's.
Yes.
Didn't
so
have
the
to bring up
answer is yes.
politics like that. Oh God! Now I'm scared in game. I'm scared in life. I'm getting scared. I'm getting scared.
Excellent. Emotions. Hashtag game feels.
Hashtag save Sally.
That's too late. Germanium plasmum. Oh, that was another
resub. Germanium plasmum.
Resub hype, yo. Look at
Yes.
those sub hypes.
Thank you. I love your name too.
Germanium plasm. Germanium plasm.
That's cool. Thanks for resubbing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, germanium plasmum. You are a calm, glittering kraken. Lauren. Uh-oh, she ran away. Everybody
left! Everyone, like, we really struck a nerve with...
Oh,
how's it? Oh!
How did that happen? There's nobody even in the room. Magic.
Oh, the magic of emotion.
Yay! So again, thank you for the resub. You are a calm, glittering kraken. And I think that sounds something like...
I was thinking the same thing.
Yep, just like that.
I mean, it is a calm kraken. Because a not calm kraken would be even more
Oh, yeah.
dramatic, even more like,
yeah.
So with the calm, it's still a kraken sound, but it's down a couple notches.
Here we go.
Glittering.
Calm and glittering kraken. Okay, so that means that the magics I have use of are darkness. I just get that one. Emotion, which is black.
Just real quick, Strix facts. Strix has already scared away Laura.
Well, that was quick. That was real quick.
Oh, I see a little hand. Okay.
Oh, she was ducking.
Oh! Yeah, because you scared her.
She's much shorter
Strix
than Joe.
facts.
I'm just short.
Okay, she's
Yeah, I mean-
just short.
I get that. I get that.
Okay.
Coffee, it's kicking in.
So I also have the magic of finding from the Golden Horn. Finding, which is green. And the magic of those who lead, which is the magic of knowing, which is black again. So I hope you're ready for this, because I'm bringing it. I'm bringing it. Okay. And then my little Winds of Magic section says, the winds are eternal outside and above your struggle, and yet crucial to it. Both the good and the wicked call on the winds to power their magics. See the Playing the Good sheet for how to use the winds to power your magic. The winds are represented by 4 decks of 6 cards each. You and the wicked both have access to the same decks, which I think means the good. You know 4 magics, 2 for your totems, 1 for your servants, and 1 magic of darkness.
Oh, you have servants too?
Yeah, those who lead.
Yeah. Man,
You're boned.
it's so hard being
Draw
good.
2 wind cards for each of the 3 magics, and then 1 north wind card for darkness. I draw after you. So draw your cards.
So I draw my first Winds of Magic, and I get to learn a new magic, correct?
Whatever it is your sheet
yes,
says.
yes. You know, magics. Draw a card from the wind that fuels each of your magics, and then 1 wind from each deck.
Ooh, that
So-
sounds like that's actually in your favor.
Yeah, I get more.
You get more cards.
Yeah, so I at least have something going for me. At least have something. So I know the magic of time, which is
Blue. Oh,
red.
red. Yes.
So I'll take one of these. Do I show you? Okay. And then magic of protection, which is green. So one of these. And then 1 more from all 4 decks.
it's a lot of cards. Starting to feel the
Whatever.
odds
You
are
have
stacked against me.
serpents. You have servants.
Servants.
And you're raising a serpent. So let me have something. So pick a 3rd magic you have learned. Oh, okay. So I guess I do get to pick my own 3rd magic, actually. Okay, which I did not do. So I will pick.
We've got time and protection.
I will pick the magic of. I will take the magic of fighting as well. Magic of fighting,
Magic of
which
fighting.
is blue. So then I will
Okay.
take 1 more blue card.
So in case you are just joining us and you're wondering what is going on, this is Weekly Affirmations, a game about indie and freeform RPGs, which has a lot of positivity and awesomeness to it. Today we are playing Fate's Fickle Winds by Nathan Paletta, which we will have our mods link in chat. You can look Nathan up on Twitter or on his website. This is a pay what you want game, so you can pay whatever you want to play it. It's a freeform game, and it is about the fight between good and evil and prophecy. And today I am Wicked, and Miss Sally here.
I am good. I am good and scared. Good and scared.
Yes.
Good and scared.
Also remember to tweet us with the hashtag GameFeels throughout the show. We'll pause halfway through, read those tweets, and do so again at the very end. Any donation or subscription will get you an affirmation, which are awesome and hilarious. Mostly hilarious.
And I get to make a new affirmation card at the end of the show as well, so I'm very much looking forward to that. So I have drawn my wins, my cards.
Don't show me.
No.
Okay, so now I need to draw my cards. So I know 4 magics, 2 for my totems, 1 for my servants, and the Magic of Darkness. Draw 2 win cards for each of these 3 magics. So 2 darkness cards, which is blue. And then there is the emotion cards, which are black. What does that mean? I am puzzled.
I am as well.
There weren't extra cards, so let me see this. North, south, east, west. Does that mean a prophecy card?
Maybe.
Hang on a second.
I mean,
we're figuring this out real time.
Yes.
Okay.
We are
2 for
learning
darkness.
together, all of you. Sporophyte should have gone with the magic of friendship. It always wins. That's
get
accurate.
one of these. Okay, so I get 1 Northwind card for darkness. Hyper Rabbit Power, go! Yes, Geekavows.
Unleash your wickedness, Strix, hashtag as technology approves.
Excellent, so that was from Geek of Oz. So now Geek of Oz gets an affirmation. So, Geek of Oz, thank you for that. You are a melodic, amusing chocobo.
Getting a lot of Final Fantasy ones today.
Yeah.
A lot of Final Fantasy creatures. I like that.
Laura,
I like that.
you're supposed to do the sound.
Yeah.
There we go.
I like this Sally Facts from Genova Plus.
Yes.
Sally has the magics of time, protection, and fighting. Sally is the American version of the Doctor.
Oh.
That is accurate.
That is pretty
Thank
cool.
you. I'm feeling a little bit more confident about my chances now. That I feel like a Time Lord. Feeling a little bit more confident. Thank you, Genova Plus.
So what I'm gonna do is say that this one is just the black one.
Okay.
Why not? Okay, so then I get 2 win cards for each of my 3 magics. So 2 for the black one, 2 for the green one, and then 2 more for the black one. And then 1 Northwind card for darkness. So these are my cards. I got my cards. Okay.
You need to name your character as
I
well.
do.
Yeah.
I will be Nera.
Nera.
N-E-R-A. Nera.
Nera and Helena.
Yes.
I like it. All right.
Okay, so we picked our cards.
So first scene, is that what we're starting with?
Yes. So you have an agenda to win. There's a prophecy that you have to influence. The magic. Oh, here's the list of all of the magics. The magic of darkness is blue. The magic of knowing and emotion. Oh, or any wind.
So it works, I guess, that you pick.
Yes, but I'm gonna put one of these back. Okay, and take one of these to mix it up. There we go. That's why I couldn't figure it out, because it means any wind.
Yes.
I was like, wait, did I forget to print something? Shit. No, we're fine.
We're good. We're good. It's fine. It's fine.
We're fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's actually fine.
It is.
Uh-huh. So there's a wonderful magic list that breaks down what all the magics are. We will reference this throughout using our magics,
Yes.
I'm sure.
Yes.
So let's talk about the prophecy. During each scene, you will play your win cards to enforce your will upon the world, and at the end of each scene, consult the Winds of Magic playsheet for resolving whose winds are stronger. If you win, you pick up one of your cards that you've played and place it on the wicked side of the prophecy card. So that's for
Or
me.
good side.
For the good side. Once a prophecy card has wins totaling 5 or more between them, so a 3 to 2, 2 1s, etc., because these have scores on them, then you take control of the card.
And the goal is to get 3
prophecy cards.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So your first scene. So the wicked character sets the first scene of the game. And the good sets the second scene, and we just iterate after that. So my first scene, I have a directive. I need to put the good in danger. So I set the scene, the location and time, people and things that are present, environmental details to help set the tone and mood, and anything else that I want to mention. The good player narrates things that they are doing, looking for, and so on. This sets the status quo, which status quo is in bold letters, which means we need to know what that is for later. I use the tools at my disposal, for instance, my totems, my servants and magic, to place the good character in danger. The good player uses their traits and their own magic to counter your efforts, to try to escape your plans. My totems and servants represent what I have the most control over in the mortal world. If the good wants to push back against something I narrate that has to do with those things, you have to use magic.
And I have plenty of extra, or I have more magic cards than the wicked, at least, so
Yes.
more opportunities.
That is true. But I have servants and other things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Other things.
Other things. We each use our magic and or play win cards to back up the things that matter, that you really want to have impact on the unfolding story. When I set the scene, the good player decides when it's come to a climax, so you get to say when the scene ends.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you go to the cards you've played and see whose magic is stronger. So does that make sense so far? Any gaps here?
Yeah. I think I'm getting it.
Okay, sounds good. So before we kick off, there is a handy dandy little narrative map that is included that guides you through all the steps that you take to play this game. And before we actually start, you know what time it is. It's time to talk about
Oh, the X card.
the X card. So, you know me, I'm gonna talk about the X card every single show because I think it's that important. The X card is an invention by John Stravellopoulos, who's actually one of my very good friends, and it took me over a year to be able to pronounce his last name. John's a really great guy. He's an indie game designer out of New York City, and he created the X card to help people navigate their boundaries of comfort in games like this. So the gist of it is playing games should be fun, and if you are feeling uncomfortable and you don't like what's going on, then why are you playing? So the X card helps people navigate their boundaries without having to break immersion and without having to get all weird about it, so that we can respect each other and continue to play with things that we like rather than things that we don't like. So a use of the X card would be, for instance, I always use the spider things, but let's just say I am actually really afraid of spiders, and Sally talking about spiders doesn't sound fun to me. Like, it makes me uncomfortable, I want to leave. I would go, I'm gonna X card spiders, and all I have to do is touch the X card and say, spiders, right? Done. And what
then I just
that
stop.
means is it's a signal where, hey, we're not gonna talk about spiders anymore. We'll pick something else. We'll talk about centipedes or bats or whatever it is. This can be used for emotional content as well as thematic content. So not just things that are happening in the game, but like, hey, we're getting too close to a subject that I find squicky in a way that I don't like. Because, you know, horror games are great and you can be squicked out in a good way. But if you're like, man, I don't like this, X card it. So we have an X card all the time on all of my games, on all of my shows. And Stravellopoulos. It's a Greek name. Stravellopoulos. John Stravellopoulos.
Kind of, it just rolls off the tongue, sort of.
So I had to work on it.
Stravellopoulos.
Stravellopoulos. Anyway, he has a whole bunch of resources available online. If you just Google the X card, you will find it.
I believe somebody put in chat there's a Google Doc.
Yes,
I know
there is.
when I was watching the show on my own from home once, you were talking about the X card, and somebody put that Google Doc explaining all of it, and it's a good comprehensive read. It's I'm assuming that's what that link is. They just posted in chat.
I think
but
that's
it's really interesting. So it's a good resource if that's hopefully what it is.
Yeah, I think anytime that you Strix don't mention centipedes near April. Got it. Oh, Risa from Zoostix. Excellent. Yay, Risa pipe, yo.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of resubs today.
That's excellent. Zoostix. And then I'm gonna talk some more.
Strawpolis.
Strav.
Jesse Katsopoulos. Isn't that's Jesse from Full House, right?
Probably.
Isn't that what his name is?
So Zoostix, thank you so much for resubscribing. Your resub really matters to us, so thank you. And I wanted to let you know that you are a proud, purring elf.
Oh.
There we go, Laura's getting it.
I love that one. That's one of my absolute favorites.
A proud, purring elf.
Yes.
I imagine it's like a cat elf.
Yeah, which is like all of my dreams coming true. Like, that is truly the most wonderful creature I can possibly imagine. You're very lucky, Zoostix. Very, very lucky to be a proud purring elf. I'm jealous, honestly.
Absolutely, yes.
Can you imagine?
So we've used the X card for real in real life on the show before. The whole point of having the X card is that you do use it. So if you plan to integrate it into your playstyle, make sure that at least towards the beginning you're using it a lot so that you set the standard that it is okay to use. Because a stigmatized X card is not a useful X card. And we want to make sure that everybody's having fun. That's the whole point of games. Alright, X card speech over. Let's set the scene. So, to begin, play begins with the good player describing how their character first became aware of their heritage and destiny. That's before I set the scene.
Oh, it's before you set the scene?
Okay. Did you know from birth? Did a mentor come along when you came of age? Were you almost consumed by the wicked, coming to the realization of who you were just at the last moment? Who are you? What's your backstory?
So, also, Sally, 86% sure that Sally is a cat elf.
That's about
That is my favorite thing in the world. So, who am I? Besides being Helena, how did you become
the avatar of good?
How did I become good?
Have we tangled in the past? Or did you just become aware that you had these powers?
I was a student of yours. I was a student of evil. For from birth, actually, I was born in an air one of your servant communes, where everyone around me, because in the Fate's Fickle Winds universe, the world is separated completely 50-50 good and wicked, and I was born wicked and grew up surrounded by wickedness. But I was born good into the wicked world, and I knew all along that I didn't agree with the end goal of the wicked people in this still mysterious universe, but it took me years to be able to escape that. And I spent years plotting on how I would finally be able to separate myself from the wicked, and I set off on my own, completely alone, when I got the chance. So now I am trying to gather other good people, because I've only ever known wickeds.
Okay.
Origin story.
Origin story. Strix fact, the English phrase once upon a time translates into most other languages as Strix once said. That one's pretty cool. Thanks,
I like that a lot.
Okay, so now it's my turn to turn over the top prophecy card in the deck and describe...
That's empty.
That's yours. Okay.
It's empty.
So there's a prophecy deck. It's got cards in it. I'm going to turn over the top card, and I'm going to describe what's on it. Describe this bit of prophecy has been preserved to the present age. Is it inscribed on an artifact, drilled into an inheritor's both powers, wicked and good? Is it seen in dreams? So this piece of the prophecy says, cast down the kings of mortals. So this is just a little scrap of prophecy that many people have been hunting over centuries, over millennia. And we know for a fact that if we can put this prophecy together, that we control the future. And if we don't, then they'll control the future. So cast down the kings of mortals is this piece of prophecy. And this piece of prophecy can be found written on the wall inside a great pyramid temple, deep in the territory which I control.
Where I was born,
where you
but
were
escaped
born.
from.
So this temple has priestesses, and they burn offerings, and they have incense. And one of our prerogatives is capturing the actual royalty of the nations that oppose us. And we bring them to this temple ritualistically. And then kind of like, the lamb's blood over the lintel for the Egyptian story of how
For Passover,
the Jews left during Passover, we take their blood and we smear the actual writing of this in the wall with their blood. So cast down the kings of mortals, and we sacrifice them, and we smear this blood over the writing on this wall. So it's now caked with this brown substance and this sort of crud, with this writing deeply etched in this temple. How's that for you for wicked?
There you go. That's pretty wicked. That's pretty wicked.
But we fervently believe that this is something that we need to do in order to gain control of the prophecy.
But coming from that territory, I am familiar with this process.
Absolutely.
Of course. So
you probably participated before.
Yeah. So I at least go in with I know the other side. I know the wicked rights that I am battling.
So that's the piece of the prophecy that we have right now on this card. The first scene, which I get to set, I get to put you in danger. So I get to consult the Wicked play sheet for more details about setting the scene, but I got it. Okay, so you have escaped from us. And I don't like this, and I am chasing you down. So you've decided that you're going to break from our cloister, from our religious system, to bring the serpent to life, because we believe that this is the next iteration of the universe. We need to have this happen in order to advance. And you have betrayed me, and I am furious at you. Furious at you. So the status quo is that you are running across an arid region. It's got maybe some scrub in it, but not a whole lot of hiding places. It's flat. And we'll say that you are on horseback. And you are sort of running through this arid region. You're kicking up a cloud of dust behind you as the sun sets in front of you. And I am personally chasing you. That's how pissed off I am.
Yeah.
And I have a cadre of servants with me. And I have 4 servants with me. And they are the powerful leaders of this particular temple, which you have run from. So they are priestesses which know you and know your weaknesses. And we are chasing you across the desert.
And that is the status quo.
And that is the status quo.
Oh, well, I mean, the status quo will be once okay, so that is
So tell us what comes next.
Yes. So my goal, whilst my goal was initially to escape, but now that I'm running, I need to get to another faction of good people, and I need to inform them of the plans that I know of. And you're worried, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go tell others what evil you're planning on doing. I'm going to go spill the secrets of the ritualistic rite that you've been doing in the temples, in the wicked territory. And once I tell these other good people, because I am the guide, and so I will gather those who need to come together. I plan on gathering a large army of the good to bring to the gates of your temple and take down the priestesses and all of the people that I had been running from and destroy your plan, because I can't do it alone. So I'm going to gather more followers of good.
So you're gonna find allies before I get you.
Yes.
So you probably should play a wind card, right?
Can I already? Or
Let's
do I
find
have
out.
to wait until the first scene?
This is the first scene.
Okay, so that is the status quo then.
Okay.
Because that is my goal. And I probably should. So I am being chased across this arid land. I really need to get the word out to the good people before you can get me.
Ooh, these are good.
Wonderful background music too. So, okay.
Okay, I got it.
I got it too. So I am going to play Hot and Smothering, the Parching Wind. This is the south wind. The wind fuels magic. This wind fuels magic that smothers, withers, disheartens, discourages, disarms, and pacifies.
So how is that gonna work out?
So literally, I can change the climate behind me as I'm running, since there is space between the two of us and however many people you've brought along to chase me. It creates a crazy dust storm behind me, though, that you now cannot see through. It's completely destroyed a lot of the supplies that you brought with you for the chase. And
so is it like a dust storm you would see like in The Mummy, where it's just this wall
crazy,
of sand?
just a wall. You can't see through it, and it is physically disarming. It's physically painful, and is a perfect distraction that causes me to really, really get even further ahead in the chase.
So if I don't do something, you're gonna escape, is what you're telling me. Okay. So the good narrates the response to the changes narrated by the wicked, as well as any action or agenda that they have on their own in order to make a serious change to the status quo, which you did. You're gonna get away. But I get to use magic too if I want. So, ooh. Yes. So, I know that I'm falling behind. I'm like cursing the storm and the fact that I taught her this alchemical magic of changing the weather. Like, that was one of my best secrets. Why did I tell Helena this? I'm so angry. And so I will use my horn.
Your horn.
My horn. Remember, I have a totem.
Oh yeah, you have totems.
Yeah. So the golden horn, it possesses the magic of finding.
All right.
So I am going to take out my golden horn, and I'm going to blow it defiantly into this wind and sand, and it's going to let out this pure note, this crisp, almost harmonic, harpish note out into the world. And there's just like this little ripple, like you would see like after a sonic boom, and it goes whoosh out in a wave. And what this has done is this has conjured some spirits. And so these spirits will try to trick and delay you. So they're going to surround you, and they're going to, let's see what we want to do. They're going to pretend that they're in distress. So it looks like a caravan of a family, women and men and children, and there's a camel that has sort of keeled over on its side and it's dying, and the woman is wailing and crying, and the child is looking very glum and also very parched. And they're in a lot of trouble, and they see you and they go, "Oh, please help us, young one."
And I'm good, so you know that I have to stop. I do have to stop. And quick question about the game as well. So now that we have 2 cards played, do the numbers that are on the cards, which they both have them, I played a south
Yes.
South Wind card. This is the West Wind card. Do we worry about these yet?
I think we do.
Okay.
So you played a card that is worth 3 points, and I played a card that is worth 1 point. However, versus West Wind,
yeah.
you get 2 points. Versus South Wind, I get 0 points. So total, I think we're sitting at 2 points.
Okay.
When we get to 5 points, right? That's when someone gets the card.
That's when. Okay. Okay. So 2 to 0 at the time. Okay. So I obviously have to stop. And I pull over. I don't pull over. I get off my horse and I check. And I stop to check, see what I can do to help this family, the caravan. But I quickly realize that something about them is off, because they are spirits, and I know the kind of magic that you can employ, and so I quickly realize that these aren't actual humans. There's something just off about their eyes. There's no light behind their eyes, and I realized that fast enough to get back on my horse and continue to journey away, because I am familiar with Sally, get off your high horse.
Get it? Oh, you guys and your puns.
You guys are so silly. But before
It's Joe. Joe, do you want
it's
your
Joe.
affirmation?
You have an affirmation.
You were supposed to tell us, Lord. Okay, fine.
I can't remember who it was that gave him the affirmation, but we'll get Joe's affirmation.
It's still right here. Don't worry.
Yeah, we've got it. Oh, it's a good one too. So I get back on my horse because I can tell that I believe that there is something afoot with this caravan, but then I am overcome with guilt because I'm not 100% sure. So right before I leave, I will use the gentle and fair, the wind of a new beginning, which tricks, delays, lies, but also heals, encourages, warms. And this is just a healing aura for just in case I'm wrong in my instinct that these aren't actual people, that it's a trick to delay me. I still get on my way, but first I use magic to create like a healing aura over said caravan for just in case.
What does that look like? Do you have to do a spell?
It's an incantation.
Okay.
It's just a single line that I have to say that then covers the entirety of the caravan in a light, shimmering bubble of protection and healing and warmth. So it doesn't take me very long to cast it because all I have to do is say a line. So that is what I do, and then continue on my way.
What happens to the spirits?
I don't know. I leave and I don't.
You don't wait to see if it works? You just kind of go...
Because I still think that I'm correct in that these aren't real people. But for just in case, I need to leave something behind. And then I immediately get back on my horse and continue onwards in my journey.
Got it. Okay. Do I want to oppose you on this one, or do I want to wait? I'm just looking at my rules here to see what I want to do next.
The West Wind card does not have Martin Sheen on it,
No.
Genova, but that would be great. You all know I'm a big West Wing fan. Big West Wing fan.
Okay, so I feel like I want to oppose you.
Okay.
So you successfully defeat my trickery by running away again, essentially. I want to probably do something about this storm, this windstorm that you have brought down on me and my servants. So, what do I want to do? Uh-oh. That's a resub from Clock Tower. Yay!
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, thank you
Resub
for the
hype.
resub. Resub hype from Clock Tower. Oh, yes.
Ooh, what do we got? What do we got?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Ooh.
That even makes sense.
Yeah, it actually
does.
that makes perfect.
I know.
Perfect.
It's the magic of the cards.
Excited, yes.
Okay, so Clock Tower, thank you so much for resubbing. I have the best affirmation for you, so I hope that you're ready because you are a powerful, blinking Medusa.
So many little snakes just blinking.
Just be like, blink, blink,
blinking
blink, blink.
powerfully. Oh, I love it. That's perfect.
Turn you to stone.
That's really good.
A powerful, blinking Medusa.
Magic of the cards.
Right there.
Beautiful version of Great Fairy's Fountain right now as well. Good music today. Just really, really good background music.
I mean, I could listen to Zelda all the time.
Yeah. This is a really particularly beautiful. Great
I mean,
Fairy's
I'm one of
Fountain
those
map.
nerds
I mean, yeah.
who like learned to play the ocarina because of
Oh yeah, I got one for my 7th birthday. I got the potato ocarina 6-hole, I think, because there's like a couple different versions of it. It's one of the smaller ones. Yeah, that was oh god, I was so obsessed with that. Wasn't very good.
I'm still obsessed. I didn't ever grow out of it.
I mean, I never got the hang of it. I'm not really good with instruments. So
hadn't-
I would
not
rather
either.
listen on my own time than try to create my own music. Never
This
been
is
my
true.
strong suit. But I still have my ocarina. Sorry.
Ocarina.
It's
Ocarina. Ocarina. I think it's
everybody always yells. I grew up saying ocarina, it's Maryland accent. Oh. But I know now it's ocarina, and I'm trying to reteach myself. So I get it. I know it's ocarina. It's not ocarina. It's just gonna take a while. Anyway.
I have one of those 12 holes. It's in tenor F.
Oh yeah, like the
The only thing I
ones.
actually managed to teach myself was the lullaby from Pan's Labyrinth,
Mm.
which is cool.
Yeah.
But I probably should work on that a little more diligently. Oh. Now you know, Strix Facts. I play the ocarina, but only one song. You know.
I don't, but I have one.
Okay, I want to. Yes. Okay, so the emotion. So I have the Jewel Dagger of the Levant, which has emotion magic.
I was worried about when this was gonna happen.
So what I do is I take out the Jewel Dagger and I bust open my palm and I just cut myself down like this. And my blood feeds the dagger. And with this, I'm able to send out to you almost like psychic vibrations of how much you're betraying me and how much you're hurting me and how much I loved you and how could you do this? And you are overwhelmed with a crippling sense of being disheartened and you almost like stop in your tracks where you are because you're just so overcome by this wave of doubt. And what is even the point of going forward with this? You know I'm gonna catch you anyway. Maybe I'll forgive you. Maybe you can come back to the fold. Maybe that all you need to do is say, I'm sorry.
I was really worried about this one.
Game feels.
The thing is, I'm strong. That is my main, trait. And my literal mine is that I am a soldier, so I am double strong.
I'm very
and
confused about points.
grim and quiet. I am too.
Let's try to figure this out for a second.
Okay, yeah. So
Okay.
before response, we're
Okay,
gonna
so
try
you
to-
played a card, and we'll say that it's just 3 points because you played it 1st. Then I played a card against you, and it's 0 points. So we're still at 3 points. Then you played a card, and it is 1 point, so we're at 4 points. So then I played a card, and it is 2, but against you it's 1, so that's 5 points.
But then mine against.
But I think we do it in order, right? You played a card, I played a card, you played
But
a
this
card. I
card,
played a card.
doesn't it become? Oh, okay.
You see what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, so then you. So
I think I actually
yeah, you
win
got-
this round.
Yeah, you got the prophecy card.
I have no idea how this works. We're figuring it out live.
Figuring it out together.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you won the first prophecy.
So
card
I
then.
won the first prophecy
Yeah.
card then.
So
So then let's say...
What does that change?
At the end of the scene.
Oh, okay.
So, at the end of the scene. So we'll frame it, right, narratively, like now we see your back as you're kind of hunched over at the edge of the desert. So, at the end of the scene, to determine who potentially takes control of a prophecy card, use the win cards that have been played over the course of the turn. Each player builds the best hand they can, regardless of wind. Hands are ranked thusly. Oh, this is totally different. I have no idea what's going on.
Okay, yeah.
I said of 1, 2, 3. So if I had like a 1 or a 2, the player with the best hand selects one card in their hand and places it on their side, good or wicked, of any face-up prophecy card. So that's how we claim it. Both players then recover all other cards and draw a single new card from any wind with cards available to draw. That's right. Okay. So remember, you actually determined the climax of the scene.
Oh yeah, I decided.
And then we stop.
And
then we count
decide.
the cards.
Okay, and then we decide.
So we can keep going until you say good. So we can just go back and forth and back and forth.
Okay.
So let's keep going.
Okay.
So I've stopped you at the edge of the desert with these crippling internal feelings. What do you do next?
So I have to stop to collect myself. Because it is very, very powerful magic. You have the magic of emotion. And I have to stop and go back and forth internally. Is this really how I feel? Am I being manipulated? Is my mind being manipulated right now? Because I know that you are capable of doing that. And 10 seconds ago, I felt fine and so sure in what I was doing. And so I can still recognize that these aren't my true feelings, but it's still, are they? And I have to stop and sit for 30 minutes.
You go into like a meditation?
Just going back and forth and fighting it and starting to turn back and then stopping and saying, no, you're under the influence of something right now. This isn't real. And so I'm going back and forth, but I come out because I am strong. That is one of my main traits. I am very, very strong. So I'm able to overcome it and get back on that horse and continue towards my goal. But I also lose a good 30 minutes of time that I had just taken care of with the sandstorm that I created. But now that's kind of canceled out because I just had to sit and collect myself. So I'm back at it. I'm still like journeying forward, but now you have a chance to catch up with me. But I managed to, being strong, break through the magic of emotional manipulation.
So do you have like tears streaming down your face as you ride off? But you've overcome it.
Dried tears. Dried tears. I'm strong, and I'm stoic. Being a soldier, that is mine. So I'm just trying to focus on my goal at hand, and because I was able to mentally overcome this, though, the magic now has ceased. Once I get back on the horse and continue journeying, I'm unaffected fully by the magic of emotion now. Okay. So, but now I did lose time over it. So,
okay. So I'm gonna say that you get away for now and you find shelter among the good in a nearby village. Does that sound fair?
Yes.
Okay. And you think that you're safe. But of course, because I am wicked, you are not. And so I will use my influence over those who lead, who can perform the magic of knowing. So even though they're on the good side, there are of course moles and agents among those who think that they are pure and righteous, because they never are. And so I will, a day later, use a glamour to come into the village looking like a different person.
Okay. And I think that's a good climax for this scene, because that gets like the initial, I've escaped. I think that I've completed my goal, but obviously there's more shit to come.
Yes, there is.
Hit that fan. So that's, yes.
So
I'm calling climax for the first scene of the game. but
Okay.
you still get the prophecy card now.
Do we?
You do.
Well,
And
let's
so
find
then
out.
we'll draw another one.
Yes, we
I
will
believe.
draw.
Yeah.
Okay, so we get our cards back. And I get this prophecy card, which I will then use one card on, I believe, is how this works. So the player with the best hand selects one card in that hand and places it on their side. Got it?
So that's
And I get my prophecy cards back. Sorry, my cards back. You get your cards back. And I draw a single new card from any wind cards available to draw. So I'm gonna draw a yellow one. And I'm gonna keep my prophecy over here. So now you get to set the next scene. Before we do that though, it is Twitter time.
it is Twitter time.
So, hashtag game feels, get those
See what
last
we
tweets
got.
in.
Yeah.
I have a feeling today's gonna be fun. How are you guys still doing in chat? Strix facts. Strix has trouble with her simple human instruments because she's so used to playing entire symphonies in her spare time on her own, using her galactic scale transcendent
beautiful.
musical instruments.
That is beautiful.
amazing.
That is maybe one of my favorite Strix facts of all time. I like that. Also, Strix facts. Strix was Sally Field's stunt double in Smokey and the Bandit. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
You
that's
never
true.
told me that.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have to keep things like that under wraps. You can be proud. That's a very you know it's a it's a movie.
That's true.
Burt Reynolds, is he nice in real life?
No,
That's disappointing to
no,
hear.
it's not.
Ugh.
You
Burt
know,
Reynolds
so
facts.
this is where I get to tell some of my real past, which sounds made up. So you guys know that I used to work in Hollywood and I lived down in Southern California. I did some script doctoring stuff. And I knew some stunt people. And I probably have told this story before, but I'm telling it again because
I've
it's really
never heard
cool.
it,
So there's some stunt people that I knew in Hollywood. And they were part of this group, which is like vigilantes pretending to be superheroes, but in real life.
Oh,
So,
yeah,
we have
one
one
in
here.
Seattle. Yeah, we have one in Seattle.
They're like part of the same like group,
nationwide,
like nationwide
kind of
like
community
vigilante
thing.
community. And they're like, hey Strix, do you want to come join us in our crime fighting at night? And I was like, you fucking serious? And they're like, yeah, you could have like a name and a costume. And I was really tempted for about 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And then I was like, nah, I will probably get shot.
Yeah.
And also the people in my life will think I'm even weirder than they already do. Hyper Rapid Power, go!
Oh, yeah.
Even though she is off enjoying herself at SDCC, can we get Small Fry her weekly affirmation, please?
Of course. So that was from the Aztecs, and that is for Small Fry. So Small Fry, I really hope you're enjoying San Diego Comic-Con this year. I'm kind of sad I'm not going this time. It is quite a spectacle. So
never been.
it is a little overwhelming, I have to
Yeah,
say.
I imagine it. It is. The biggest convention that I've ever been to is probably PAX. PAX Prime, and it gets very overwhelming.
Yeah,
very fast.
those halls, C&D halls, man.
Oh, yeah, I can't even imagine. I cannot even imagine. But I bet that she's having lots of fun. Sweet Small Fry. Sweet Small Fry.
All right, Small Fry. So this one is for you. Someone please tweet this to her. I'm sure she will get a lift in her day because, Small Fry, you are an exuberant, yearning jackalope. Oh, it keeps going. An exuberant,
Yep.
yearning jackalope, Small Fry. Which I think would sound something like... What sound do bunnies make, first of all?
Yeah. They kind of like squeak, don't they?
Yeah, they're like... So now it's an exuberant and yearning, so it's like...
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, we got it.
There you go. There you go.
Yes. There we go.
So what are the game feels for today?
Yeah,
I'm
let's
excited.
take a look at my game feels.
And it's true. At least the main one, Aragorn.
His affirmation. Still sitting here.
Oh yeah, it's
He ran away again.
Joe's just.
So, hashtag game feels. What do we have today? Genova Plus says, Sally, can't wait till we get you on a new show. Maybe sassing about with Sally Jupiter.
Ooh, I love that.
Hashtag game feels.
Sassing about Sally Jupiter. Thank you, Genova Plus.
Hyper Rabbit Power, go!
Joe, get on the floor and grab Emily on the way. She needs a fern too.
Excellent.
4 a.m. critter, thank you.
You know how to
Double
draw 'em out.
affirmations.
You know how to
Double
draw 'em out.
affirmations.
That is talent.
Joe,
Joe,
can't put it off any longer, Joe. Come
Emily,
on.
Joe, Emily.
We've been waiting.
Come. So the first one, Joe, is gonna be for you alone, and then we'll do one for you and Emily.
Excuse me, Emily. Leave me alone first.
I'm just saying. So this was from 4 a.m. critter.
You're too tall. Bend down.
Get down
Come
here.
on.
I'm not in the
Come
shot?
on.
What do you
There
mean
you
I'm
go.
not in the
There you
shot?
go.
Oh,
Yeah, okay. So Joe,
Uh-huh.
you are
Ooh.
a bodacious,
Mm.
scintillating
Oh.
gecko.
Ooh.
Oh, she
yeah,
even got
sorry,
that
I
right.
forgot. Yeah.
Atta girl,
Like an
QQ.
angel.
Hubba.
Joe.
Bodacious, scintillating gecko.
What does a bodacious, scintillating gecko sound like?
Geckos don't make noise. I
Yes,
mean,
they do.
I picture
Make
like, I picture like toke geckos, like toke.
But he's bodacious.
Make it
and
bodacious,
scintillating.
though.
Toke.
All right.
Toke. I like it. Okay, that is your affirmation. Now
Oh,
both of
thank
you
you.
together.
Thank you.
You don't get to go anywhere.
We're buddies.
Together.
Here, bend down.
Crotch shot. I'm classing up this show now.
Yes. Oh boy.
Much
so,
needed class.
Joe and Emily.
Hello.
Yes.
Here we are.
You are delicious.
We are. Yeah, we are.
Bargaining
That, yeah?
Yep. I'm very frugal.
gnomes.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
we're
that's a
quite
little
short.
bit, a little bit
What
too
does
on
that
point.
sound like?
Bargain gnomes?
Delicious bargaining gnomes.
Delicious bargaining.
You should
I
try bargaining
would,
with
I would
each other.
like that for $7 instead of 50.
That's
Those are some bargaining skills.
And then you
that
have to
sounds
like
delicious.
lick your lips or something. Like,
Yeah.
I want that for $7 instead of 50.
It's like, hey, let me get a deal there.
Yeah, there you. Sounds like a delicious deal.
Indeed.
How about I give you tree fitting? Tree fitting.
Thank you guys.
Thank you
for
guys.
having me.
Thank you guys.
I hope you feel affirmed, bargaining
For
gnomes.
the last time.
Not the
Like
last
2
time.
weeks.
Oh, yeah.
2 weeks.
2 more weeks. 2 more weeks.
Don't make me sad.
In a real,
The last time I
Real
say there's
drama
2 more
queen.
weeks. The last time.
I'll give him that.
There's 2 more weeks. The last
Get
time.
out.
You're not really in the frame then.
Okay, there's a couple more. We're trying to get through this. I love distractions, though.
Yes.
They're fun.
I do, yeah. Sassing with Sally, though. Sassing with Sally.
Okay. So Eridink says, feeling sad about the loss of Rabbit Stew, but excited for the changes coming up in the schedule. Game feels. Final Fantasy IX Master says 3 things I love this week. Anteaters.
Every week.
Getting to see Sally on Hyper RPG again. And Respector, who just announced her new album. Game feels. That's awesome.
Cool. Thank you.
Joe always has good 3 things
Yeah,
to share
yeah.
every week. I really appreciate it. And then JP Beltran says, Baronator in chat wants an affirmation to Ben Robbins, creator of Periscope. And then
App? Periscope? Like,
so I think he meant Microscope, which is a game that we played several weeks ago with Ben Robbins here.
Oh.
That was the world creating game. And so this affirmation is actually for Ben, so I hope that this gets to you somehow. You are an elusive and mystical Tonberry.
Ooh. That's a little, I mean, Tonberries are pretty elusive and mystical already, and they're now there is something wicked right there. Tonberries.
Wicked.
Real wicked. Real
Way cool, though,
impossible.
for
Yeah.
affirming people.
Yeah, great affirmation. Personal affirmation.
So PWJB, which I have been meaning to ask, what do those initials actually stand for? Because I don't want to keep calling you peanut butter and jelly if that's not actually what that means. Just let me know. So PWJB says, we had some gang feels in our D&D game today. My players are intrepid, slightly dysfunctional honey badgers.
Ooh.
I really like that one.
Yeah.
And then
it's a compliment. Honey badgers.
Yeah.
Very
Oh, I love honey badgers.
Very tough. Yeah, as we all know.
Honey badger don't give. In any case, JP Beltran also says Myth Legend 83, who is someone we saw earlier in chat, if you're still around, wanted to know what an affirmation is. So he's going to show you by saying you are an erudite and spectacular cactuar, which I think is like a cat centaur, if I had to
I
guess.
love that. A cactuar?
A catuar.
That's a thing? That's a real... Oh my god. I'm learning about so many fun new cat hybrids today.
Catuar.
Great.
So is it like cat on top and horse on bottom, or is it like cat body on bottom with the person on top? I think it's the second one.
Yeah. Kind of like a Sekhmet sort of. Well, no, that'd be cat on top.
That would be cat on top.
Human. Yeah. I don't know. Can somebody draw me a catuar, please?
Oh God,
I
love
can't
a
draw.
catuar.
Yeah, I can't. I have no physical artistic ability. So if somebody has an idea of what a catuar looks like, and you want to,
Oh no, wait, cactuars are cactus people?
Oh, those things.
those
Those little.
Final Fantasy. We're on a Final Fantasy streak.
You didn't have to.
But I think we can do both. We can say they're cactus people, and there is a separate species of magical cat centaurs.
Yes, I like that. Thank you. We
can have both.
Yeah, we can have both. Joe, I don't think Joe is from 1,000 Needles. Are you from the Orgrimmar area? Chat seems to think so.
What?
I haven't been to Thousand Needles in so long.
Yeah, I haven't been there since.
It's too close to the Barrens.
Yeah, the Cataclysm like really messed that place up real bad. I don't think that's where Joe's from.
No, he's shaking his head.
No, he's not even. He's not a Kalimdor kind of. No, I don't
for
see
life.
it. I don't see it.
Horde. Horde
You know what
forever.
cities
Always.
Always Horde. Horde is
Remember
always
the
the right
Sunwell.
choice.
Remember the Sunwell. Mm-hmm. Beladash Melanor.
I knew I liked you. Okay.
It's it's the Sindorai kind of like feeling. You know, we can tell. Those are good game fields though. Those are really good.
So there's a couple more that I didn't read. I'm saving for later at the end of the show. But in case you are just joining us or want to know what on earth is going on, this is Weekly Affirmations, a show about indie and freeform games. And today, Sally and I are playing Fate's Fickled Winds by Nathan Paoletta. It's a pay-what-you-want game, so you can just drive up to the website, pay whatever you want to play. And it's so far been very fun. It's very evocative and rich, and we get to really screw with each other, which is totally cool.
I am the good character.
Good.
So good. I mean, I'm doing my best. I'm ex-Wicked, formerly Wicked.
Formerly Wicked.
Currently the good character to Strix's Wicked, and so far, I guess you are winning.
So far, I've got one of the 3 cards that I need.
One prophecy card
to bring the serpent to life.
Yes.
To waken the serpent.
Now we are starting our second
Next
scene, so
which you get to set.
Okay, so where we last stopped, you
village
had
on the
snuck
edge of the
into
desert.
yeah. I successfully got to Village of Good People. My goal was to get there so I could tell them of the Wicked's plans and gather them, as I am a guide. That is my role. I gather those who need to come together, and I am planning on gathering as many good people as I possibly can so we can go to the Wicked territory and thwart their evil plans and the crazy rituals that they've been doing. But now you have snuck in, and you're in disguise, correct?
In disguise.
Okay. So it's been a day since I arrived in my village. Oh, do we need to pull another prophecy card
I
first?
believe so.
Okay, so
So when it is your turn, it should say, go back a page.
yeah, let's see.
How you set up your scene.
Yeah.
No, go back one more.
Because you pulled the last prophecy
Yes. So your first scene. There we go. Right here.
card. Okay. So my first scene is always to I set the location. Okay, so I will pull the prophecy card since you just won one. If the Watchers be blind. If the Watchers be blind is the prophecy that we are working with now, which I think is actually perfect, considering that I am not yet privy to your plans. I'm not yet privy to the fact that you've infiltrated the village, and you are planning whatever whatever it is that you're planning. So I'm blind to your scheme. So I think that is actually perfect if the Watchers be blind. So
you're the Watcher, and you're saying you're the blind one.
yes.
So how is
I
this
think so. That's
piece
how
of
I'm-
prophecy delivered? What is it? Is it a dream? Is it written on something? Is it on a tablet? Is it a statue?
I would say there's similar to the priestesses in the Wicked Temple, the good villages also have their own priests and priestesses and magical folk who foresaw my arrival. They foresaw that there was a messenger, a Watcher coming to try to take care of the village and change the fight, like change things in the fight against wicked and good. And they're the ones that deliver it. They realize when I arrive that I am the one that they've been waiting for, that they saw in previous prophecies, and this also comes to them. So I'm not sure how to take it yet, but it's putting me more on edge. Like, if this prophecy really is about me, does that make me the blind one? I need to be extra vigilant now.
So we don't really know what it
prophecy.
means.
And I'm acting extra vigilant though. Hyper aware of my surroundings. But I still, of course, don't know that you're in the village yet. So I've been there for a day now, and I was taken in by the priestesses of the village, and now they are very old, all of them. They're kind of like if they were designed on this character sheet, they would be old with the magic of knowing. They are very maternal, and they were taking care of me because I obviously had a long journey, and they're obviously good. And they are guiding me to the leaders, the actual local government of this village, so I can tell them what I know about what you're up to.
Which is bad things.
Bad stuff. And as the guide, and as somebody who's very strong, I'm a soldier, the leaders of the village immediately believe me. They don't question my information, and we start to plan on letting other people in the good village know what's going on and start sort of gathering our forces. So we decide to have like a town meeting of sorts. They are going to gather all of the village.
Discover what the Wicked is planning?
Yes, to discover Wicked, so that they can all discover what the Wicked is planning. I, of course, don't know that you are in the town at the time, so we are gathering everyone with the leaders of the village and the priestesses and myself to let them know what's going on and see who is willing to come with me to fight back against your wicked plans. And because I am going to use some magic too, while I am letting everyone know that there are really, really dark and spooky and evil things going on. I am going to use Gentle and Fair, the Wind of New Beginnings, which is a West Wind card. Fuels magic that tricks, delays, and lies, but also heals, encourages, and warns. So this is essentially a kind of magic that I have that allows my speech to be more comforting. My words are a lot easier to hear. I don't want to scare people. I don't want to upset them. And so I use like a power of persuasion and encouragement while I'm speaking that also makes them more likely to want to come along with me. So that is my turn.
All right. So I believe that I get to narrate after you do that. The Blight.
So you set the status quo.
So the Blight is the thing that is creeping into this part of the world and making it not so good anymore. And so I, in this disguise, attend this meeting. I'm kind of just in the back, not doing anything. And I actually don't plan to do anything. My goal here is to listen.
Are you affected by my speech magic then?
I'm letting your magic work on these people.
Okay.
Right. I'm not
But it doesn't
interfering.
affect you hearing me, like, speaking?
We can say that it does a little bit. Okay. Yeah, and I go, I'm so proud of her. She's so
such
brilliant.
a strong leader.
Ah. So it's clear that I still have, like, feelings for you. But you're just driving me crazy because you're not listening to me.
And I'm trying to ruin everything.
You're trying to ruin everything that we've been working towards for a millennia. What makes you think you're so special? So, you're giving this speech and you're saying, we need to find out what these wicked people are up to. This woman, Nira, is the leader of these. And I'm sitting in the back just listening and I'm letting you do your magic. But what you don't know is that over the past 15 years, the blight from the temple has spread out like an infection would over a wound. So there are these spidery trails of filth and rot that weave their way through the land. And one of these little spidery things has hit this community's well, their town well. And the effects of this blight weren't known at first, but people were drinking from this water and terrible things would happen. Suddenly, someone would erupt into a rage and kill their lover. Or there would be a child born with a strange deformity, you know, one eye instead of two, or an extra limb. And so these people become suspicious of outsiders. And they're very afraid of the wicked. And they don't really know what to do. So that's the status quo that I am setting.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yes.
What happens next in your scene?
That sounds terrible, actually. That sounds really, really, really terrible. But so my magic has worked, and as the guide, I have successfully convinced most of the strongest and smartest and most important of the villagers to come with me. We have to rest for a few nights, but I've successfully convinced the majority of the people in the good village to come along, and we are going to en masse invade the wicked land. So I've successfully convinced them.
Okay.
But then I find out about the slowly crawling
the blight.
Because I just arrived in this village. I haven't known what's going on. And so as I am talking to people trying to make a plan, I hear about rumors of what's been slowly building over time with creepy deformities and just mysterious entities that they don't have an answer for. But I do have the magic of protection.
Well, let me play my card first here.
So I find out while we're making a plan for the invasion, but now I'm starting to discover the blight.
So my wicked character is clever. Nira is clever, and she's not going to interfere with the organization of this caravan back into the lands of the wicked. She's going to let it happen. And she's going to let this caravan penetrate into the wicked lands. She's going to continue to hold her glamour and pose as part of this village force. And she's actually going to go with this caravan as just a minor person. But while the caravan is moving towards the wicked lands through the desert and then deeper in, she will use her magics to muddle and confuse these people. And the way that looks is rumors start about you in the caravan. And there's whispers that you're actually one of the evil people, that you came from these lands, and your intent actually is to drive everyone to their doom. And the leadership of the caravan starts to fracture and to fall apart. People start accusing each other of bad faith. And someone even tries to get at you in the night, and they don't succeed. But it's clear that there's huge unrest in this caravan that could explode at any time, and it's gonna get you.
That's not so good stuff. Not good stuff. And that is, I guess, yeah, we don't have to worry about the points anymore. Okay, so I am obviously very concerned that because that's such a subtle kind of magic too, I really don't know what exactly is going on. But it's like all my plans are falling apart, and because it's so many people talking behind my back and spreading rumors, I decide that I really need to figure out exactly who is behind this, who is saying what, especially now that I have been attacked at some point. So I'm gonna use again the same card that I'd used before, and use that same kind of magic where I have a very powerful way of speaking, and I can persuade people and encourage them. So I go and I start individually asking the people that are on the journey to the Wicked Land with me, where did this start? Where have you been hearing these things? And they are also under your kind of magic as well. But they still, they lead me to you in your disguise.
Can I say that because of the type of magic it is, where I'm using one of their leaders to do this, that it leads you to that leader?
Yeah, okay, yes.
Does that work?
Yes.
Okay.
So now I am confronted with
someone who publicly was like very for you, right?
Yeah, and now I use my persuasion to find who the rat is. But because I am good,
what are you gonna do to him?
I choose to jail him. To jail
in the middle of the caravan? How does that work?
He's basically my prisoner. I tie him up in my quarters, and I can't take my eyes off him because I can't trust him anymore because he is the rat.
Is he handsome?
So, I mean, I wasn't imagining him as such, but now I kind of am. So he looks like Beastmaster.
Yes.
But now that I have this, I mean, he's gonna be my prisoner until we get to our goal. We can't turn back now and you know, drop this guy off. So I'm just gonna keep an eye on him, and I start to get I start to wonder if he is also under some of like the magic that I am familiar with that you can do, but that for the time being takes care of the difficulties amongst the rest of the people in our caravan as we move towards the Wicked Lands.
Excellent. So this is where my character goes, it was all part of my nefarious plan. It's exactly where I want him. So now that he is close to you, physically, he will try to seduce you. And he pretends like he is coming out of this like hypnotic suggestion, and he goes, what happened to me? And he's talking in a totally different way, and just the look in his eye is different, and he looks at you very pleadingly. And I'm gonna use my another confusion card. Yay, Deadly Dizzy, thank you for following. And he goes, what is this? Where am I? Was I under a spell?
And
who are you?
Being good, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. And I say, you know, that makes perfect sense. This is what I thought was happening this entire time. The thing is, you might have been under a spell, and I'm familiar with this kind of magic.
Then you freed me, thank you.
Well, I mean, I freed you from the magic, but you could always still be a target. Now, I know being familiar with these kinds of magic that
You're familiar with
you're
these
still
kinds of magic?
not in a bad way. I left, and that's why I'm here trying to destroy everything. I swear,
And
but
he kind of backs away from you.
but I am strong and grim and quiet, and I stand strong and I tell him, I want to untie you. I really, really do. And I promise you that when we get back to the village after we complete our mission, I will. But I know that your mind is still susceptible if you were under a spell, which is very much believable. Greek hot fun, keep following?
Yay!
But I just can't, and I have to stay strong in this because I can't risk another incident happening. I was attacked by your influence, like, so you influenced me to attack me, and
But I didn't. That
and I
wasn't
know,
me.
and I know that, but your mind is just still too susceptible to this kind of magic, and I will stay strong in this. My goal is to be the guide, and I am guiding my people, but I promise you that once we complete our mission, I will untie you and free you, and I'm sorry, but I can't do it.
Wait, so you're telling me that I have to walk with my hands tied across enemy territory, completely vulnerable, because I was under a spell that I couldn't help, and now I'm awake, but you're still gonna leave me to die?
I'm not gonna leave you to die.
That's what
Because
you're doing.
Because I know the magic of protection. And so I will, once we get to the Wicked Lands, once we arrive and we start infiltrating and we start our battle, I will put every protection spell that I possibly know on you.
But I could help you. Please, just untie me. Please, that's it.
I will
You can
stay
keep
strong.
me in your tent. You can watch me, however much you want to. And he kind of like flexes pectoral muscles a little bit. He's like, please, just treat me like a human.
And I'm, but I realize now that in this conversation that I feel bad, I feel guilty, but I still have to be strong, and so I realize that I have to use magic to pacify him, calm him back down. So I use, of course, hot and smothering, the parching winds, which can discourage, disarm, and pacify.
So how does that work?
This is another speech, speech spell. I soothsay him essentially back into a state of just complete silence, sort of just like a infantile state almost. But that's what I have to do to keep him from fighting back or making me feel too guilty. Then that is what I will do. So I pacify him.
So he just goes, whoa.
He's just kind of, he can still walk. He's just kind of like a zombie, just feelingless, quiet.
That's really
He's
neat.
pacified.
You are evil after all.
I don't know. You taught me everything I know. I learned this from you. I learned this from watching you, Nira. So yeah, and I'm gonna call that the climax of this scene.
Okay.
Because that's, we're towards the end of the journey, and you're still there, but I overcame this big obstacle that you placed, so that is the climax. So
Okay.
let's
figure this out.
Okay. So I played this first, and then so that's 3.
I think you referencing our sheet here.
See.
A set of 1, 2, 3. No one has that.
And this one is more
a larger set of 3s.
3.
So you have 2 3s than I have. So you win.
So okay, so I get.
So you get the prophecy card, and you have to pick one of these cards to stick with that prophecy card. The strongest one.
I am going to use hot and smothering. Parching winds. All right. So.
Oh, am I secretly your mother? Oh, we'll have to see.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
See what's in the cards, what the prophecies say.
All right.
Interesting. All right. So
it's my turn to set a scene.
Yes.
So I get to pull another prophecy card, and this one says, "Until the will of mountains bones." Oh, sorry. Unite the Will of Mountain's Bones. So, Unite the Will of Mountain's Bones is actually carved on an ancient sword in a language that most people cannot read anymore. And this sword is actually possessed deep within the lands of the good. They've had this piece for a long time. And there has been news spread across this land that the Savior has perhaps come. And so someone has been sent for the sword, and they are now trying to bring it to you. We'll see what happens with that, because we don't know what the sword does. It could be magical or it could not. But it's definitely a soldier's tool. So that is the piece of prophecy that we're playing it with right now.
Okay.
So I believe I get to set the scene, and I have to choose from a list of things to talk about. So the first one was you put the good in danger. That's just one I have to choose. But now I get to decide what else I want. So I could set the scene to seize a totem, a new one, or one from you. I could put a servant in motion towards an end. I could turn something or someone from good to wicked. I could recruit a new servant, or I could uncover another part of the prophecy. So, I want to... I want to seize another totem.
Okay.
And I think this is really easy. The totem is the sword.
The prophetic sword.
The prophetic sword.
Okay.
So that just worked out magically, because
Yeah.
I did not plan that. So, I know through divination that the sword is coming to you, and I will stop at nothing to make sure that you don't get a hold of it. I want the sword. I need its power in order to defend this process as I get closer to wakening the serpents, because that will usher in the new era of awesomeness.
Of awesomeness.
And I know that in order to sacrifice my soul to the serpent, I have to do it ritualistically with this sword.
With this sword specifically?
I think
Or-
that. It could be true or false.
But it must be a magical item regardless. I mean, it's going to be a magical weapon. So.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
So there is a set of riders that is trying to find you in the desert as you approach.
From Wicked
From the
Lands?
Good Lands.
Oh, from the Good Lands.
They're the ones with the sword.
Okay.
And they're coming to you to give it to you to be triumphant. And I know that they are coming. So I'm going to shapeshift again, and I'm going to be you.
Okay, okay.
So, I will say that as they... Oh! Yay, Red Eye Devil 66. That's a great name. Thank you for following. So I will say that there is now 2 of us in camp when they arrive.
Okay.
And I will be the first one to talk to them. So the scene is, the people with the sword have arrived. You have gone to talk to them and greet them and accept the sword. Only you is me. And you have come upon the scene.
Of me talking to them. Okay, okay.
I think that's pretty good.
I think it's pretty good
Yeah.
too. Right, alright.
So what do you do about this? Like, what's your first reaction and even just seeing
I
this?
mean, obviously, I am very, very confused to come upon this. And so are the writers as well. And so I immediately run up and say, what's going on here? Like
what's going on here? Who are you?
I'm Helena. I am
Don't be
the leader of
ridiculous.
this
I'm
caravan.
Helena. I've been leading this caravan for 3 weeks.
No. You are not. Please, I can explain. This is
No.
magic
This is
that
some
I
dark
can-
magic.
No,
you are
this
false.
This is some dark magic.
What are you talking about?
If you were really, really Helena, and you know, I want to prove to the writers.
You need to prove that you're me.
I want to prove to them that I am the real
Seize
real
her.
me. The real me.
Take her.
But I say, wait. If this was the real Helena,
then you're the false one.
Then you should be able to do a spell of protection magic, which they all know that I am capable of doing.
You mean I am capable of doing?
Okay, so do a spell of protection magic, and I wait for you to
If that's what you want, then I will prove that you are the false Helena. I can't believe that you would try this, you agent of evil.
It's very easy. That's all you have to do. So
I will oppose you.
And they know, everyone in this caravan knows that I am capable of this kind of magic. So show us some of the protection magic that they know that I can do.
Perfect.
Just like how I left the bubble of protection over the village after we left, similar to the one that I left over the caravan. Beginning.
So, I know exactly what I'm going to do. And I will start to cast a spell. And it sounds like it is protection magic, but it is actually a spell which literally sucks the oxygen out of their lungs and makes them go to sleep.
The riders?
Everybody in the camp except for you and me. And so she starts casting this spell of protection, and everyone just crumples to the ground, and it just leaves us two staring at each other.
And do you have the sword already?
Let's say that I do. That sounds like fun.
Yeah. So you
and I grab it from the horse, and I'm like, protection. You're welcome.
Ooh. So, are you still me right now?
I'm still you.
Okay. Well, at this point, I know exactly who you are now. Now it's clear.
Do you say
who
that
you
out
really
loud?
are? Yeah. I know that it's you. Here, like, how long have you been here? How long have you been in the caravan with us?
Oh, Helena, don't you see? I am you, and you are a mirror of me. You can't escape this. You are part of me.
I escaped once already. I think that I am very, very capable of escaping.
Your flesh ran away, but your spirit belongs to me.
And I know that the first thing that I have to do, the first thing I have to take care of is saving everyone that you just knocked out with your power, and that's my first goal. And being so good with protection magic, I'm gonna go ahead and immediately before they are without oxygen too long, do a healing, a caravan-wide healing spell. We'll talk about this
I'm
later.
gonna interrupt you, which we can do. And I'm gonna go, no, I don't think so. And I will counteract your spell by defiling it with my own incantations that are really guttural and awful sounding, and they mix with your words in the air, they destroy the vibrations, and it nullifies your spell. And they continue being starved for oxygen.
What do you want? What can I do? If I come with you, will you... If I come with you willingly back to the temple, will you allow all these people to live? I'm their guide, and I can't just... I will go back with you if you let me heal them. I'm there. I can't leave them like this. Please, I will go back to the temple with you if you just promise to save these people. I've been traveling with them for weeks. Please.
So she
I
looks
will
at
go
you.
back with you.
She looks at you with your own eyes,
Yeah.
and she caresses your face, and she says, "That's all I ever wanted."
So I then restart my healing spell, and we leave together, I guess.
So-
and go back.
So when they wake up, they're all groggy. Oh, Exil Kin Legendborn, thank you for hiding us. We heart you back. And when they wake up, we're just both gone.
We're gone.
And the sword is gone.
And that. I mean, unfortunately, that's a climax. That's a scene climax for sure. So we are en route back to
The Wicked Lands.
The
with the
Wicked
sword.
Lands. The mystical, magical, probably
Prophecy.
prophetic sword.
Yes.
All right. So end scene.
End scene.
I'm
That was a pretty good
assuming.
scene.
Yeah, that was. So I'm assuming.
Let's see. Just because I have more cards doesn't mean that I win. So let's go back to our little chart here. So a set of 1, 2, 3. Neither of us have that.
And I have only the one card that I did play is
the largest set of 3s. The largest set of 2s.
Because you have.
Oh, I have the largest set of 1s.
Okay, so.
Because if I had only like a 1, 2, then so I win that one.
Okay, so you get the prophecy.
Okay, so I get this prophecy. So we are running out of time.
We are.
We're not going to have enough time for another round.
We are.
So here's what I suggest. I think you should narrate the end of how this goes. Maybe with some of my help if you would like.
I think, I mean...
Hyper Rabbit
Is he here yet?
I haven't seen him.
May we have an affirmation for Domestic Dan? Hashtag Defa.
So Domestic Dan, who is going to be our villain on Death from Above tonight, just got an affirmation.
May or may not be here.
Is he here yet?
If he is here,
Crack once.
send him back.
Is
but
Dan
if
here?
not,
Yes, no? Is Dan here?
they're still mad about the Harry Potter thing. They're not answering us.
Hufflepuff for life. Anna, is Dan here? Dan's
Oh,
here!
yes! Hey, perfect timing. You have an affirmation.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Come.
Please.
So, Dan, on our show, we like positivity. And people get affirmed.
Can you
Oh,
slide
there-
it?
there I am.
There you go.
And so, someone from chat, was it 4am Critter?
I believe so.
If it wasn't, I'm sorry. Affirmed you because of your upcoming role of being an excellent villain.
Ooh.
So, are you ready for this?
I am so ready.
Okay.
Please lay it on me.
So, Dan, you are a courageous, enchanting marmots.
That, I feel like that fits. Ooh.
There's one catch here.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
What's the catch?
yeah, you just on the catch before.
Of course
he
not.
accepted.
You have to make the sound of the creature.
Wow, if only I knew what a marmot sounded like.
What you do know.
You are one, so
Oh, I
look
am
deep
one.
inside yourself.
I feel
you
like
know.
they kind of go, like the little chittering.
But like in a really courageous
Yeah,
way.
so
you're
just-
like, yeah.
Oh,
I like
look at that profile.
Yeah?
That's
Is that good?
excellent. Yes,
That's a
that's
marmot?
That
That's
was
a marmot.
That was,
Fantastic.
dare I say, enchanting.
Uh-huh.
It was enchanting.
That was me.
indeed.
That is me.
Thank you, Dan.
Courageous, enchanting
We
marmot.
hope you feel
Thank you.
affirmed.
Thank you. I do feel affirmed. Thank you, whoever affirmed me. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
no,
Snow
it was
TS.
Snow TS.
Aha. Well, thank you, Snow.
Thank you, Snow.
And thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
We will
I'm gonna
see you
keep
soon.
cooking.
Yeah.
My short-term memory is very bad, so unless I write these things down, I usually forget. But Snow TS, thank you so much for affirming Dan. We really appreciate it.
So yes, let us dual narrate
The end.
The end. So, you get me back to my home. Essentially, I mean, I was born and raised there in the evil lands. So, what is your plan for me then? I mean, I'm pretty much at this point helpless for the time being. Where do you go from? You got me back. Now what? That's what you wanted.
Yeah.
So why?
So my plan is to take us to the heart of the temple. And remember, I have to sacrifice my soul in order to awaken the serpent. The best way that I can do that is by killing you, because you are the thing that matters to me the most. I really do. You are my protege. You are the thing that I am pouring all of my hopes and dreams into.
Yeah.
And for that very reason,
my soul will work.
Killing you will sacrifice my soul because it will destroy it.
Okay.
So that's the plan.
That's the plan. So the sword, this prophetic sword,
Which I'm going to try to stab you
try to
with.
stab me with. Are you 100% sure that it's the one that you need?
Nope.
Nope. So let's say you take me over to the temple. Tell me this has been your plan all along. You have to kill me in order to.
I do seem
achieve-
distressed about it.
Yeah. And so do I. Because
you're gonna die.
Yeah, because I'm gonna die. And I at least am at peace knowing that I tried so hard. And I did succeed in. I saved the caravan I was traveling with, and they now know your plans at least. I succeeded in that regard. I was the messenger. I got out and I let people know, the good people, what's going on. So I hope that they're still going to continue
probably
to fight
still coming
back.
for us,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, to fight back. So I'm at least at peace knowing that, because I am good. And you go ahead. So you go ahead and you try it. Just do it. Just do it.
Okay.
You know.
So
just
we
go ahead and
we
kill
set
me.
up this elaborate ritual, right? And there's drums, and there's blood, and there's costumes, and this glittering sword, and of course you're like tied down to a slab. And I raise the sword, and I bring it down right into the center of your heart. And then what happens?
I die. I successfully like you kill me. I'm dead. But then nothing
nothing
happens. Yeah, for you. Nothing happens.
So I'm like, wait.
So you're
no.
It was the wrong sword. But now
I've still destroyed my
you
soul.
you still destroyed me
and myself
and
in the
yourself.
process.
And
oh, I know what happens next. So I crumble to my knees and I'm like, it was for nothing. And I'm like, you know, bathing my chest and tearing off my clothes. And then that's when the good caravan arrives in force.
Rolling in.
And it's too late to save you.
Yes.
But
I still succeeded in my
they
mission.
get me.
So there you go, the end!
Woo!
The end. Fate's Fickle wins.
Fate's Fickle wins.
I like this game a lot.
I actually do.
This is really cool.
So let's talk about this. We had a few minutes. Unfortunately, we didn't get to finish the game today. I wish we could have. It looks like I probably would have won.
Yeah, you probably would have.
I think we got the math totally wrong on the cards.
But it was my first time playing it, so...
But I still really liked how enriching it was.
I really liked this game a lot, yeah.
So what was your favorite part?
I love the writing, the phrasing on the cards with the individual magics, the wind cards, but also the prophecies, and just the general descriptions in the character sheets and in the game guide. Because I am a big fan of all things fantasy, and this is written in a way that's like a very classic high fantasy kind of style, and it's really just beautiful to read, and that makes visualizing what's going on very, very easy. So I think that's my favorite part.
Yeah, it was very evocative.
Yeah, it's very much like, you know, it's written as well as any good fantasy novel. So I love that.
Yeah. I really liked how the winds were representative of different kinds of magic. And what you draw as far as card values is random.
Yeah.
So you could totally be handed like a rotten hand at the very beginning of the game, and you're just gonna you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
But that's kind of interesting juxtapositioning against narrative, right?
And you still have so much room, even if it seems like it's a rotten card, you have enough like room to work with it and still create something on your own. Use it in a way that you can shift your luck a bit and actually turn it into a good card, because you still have so much storytelling, personal storytelling freedom with this. So it's very, very fun.
Yes.
And you probably would have won, but
maybe this time. But I think it's because
yeah.
our math was screwed up.
Yeah. So we will be back to the books on this then. You know, figure out the scoring thing. But
Yeah.
It's.
And one thing I really liked about how you played was that moment in the tent where you could have just sort of like accepted that the guy had changed, but you didn't, and you were like really dogged about it.
Yeah.
And I thought that was very evocative of your character archetype.
Which is what it's very, very like detailed when you're creating a character. So I think it's really easy to stick with those character traits that you pick out really, really early on in the game. So I'm a fan of Fate's Fickle Winds. Fate's Fickle Winds. Very, very good.
So, let's talk quickly about what's coming up next and talk about what's happening on next week's show of Weekly Affirmations before we read our last week's.
And I get to make.
And you get to make your card.
An affirmation.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna give you a card.
Okay.
And you're gonna think about and then start to write your affirmation.
Oh, I've been thinking.
Hyper Rabbit Power! Oh.
That sassy Helena needs an affirmation. #game feels. #Sally #set or #prep.
Excellent. So that one was from 4am Critter, not it's no TS. And this is for the character of Helena, which was awesome. So, Helena / Sally, you are a joyous, bolting Manticore. A joyous, bolting Manticore.
Which would certainly sound like just the happiest, most joyful, just neighing, like joyous.
That's a very disturbing Manticore.
You know,
I mean,
I'm
it's
just
great.
joyous.
It's
I'm
great.
just joyous. I'm just joyous. Okay, it's bolting. You know, it's nice. Maybe a joyous like Bolton Manticore. So like a Manticore that sounds like Michael Bolton.
Oh, okay, that's acceptable. I thought you were gonna do Ramsay Bolton.
No,
and I was like, that's not X card.
No. Michael Bolton, please. I'm thinking like Lord of the Clarinets.
Got it.
Sultan of the Sax.
Got it. Okay, so you can choose an adjective that ends in ing, or a magically creature. I'm gonna let you think on that.
Okay.
Okay, so guys, for next week's weekly affirmations, I would love to have another community roundtable, which means not a game, but us having a conversation about gaming, like we did when Beta experienced his character death, and we got to talk about character death for a couple hours, and that was really fascinating. I would love for us to do something similar, but I want to know what you want to talk about. So that could be things around game design, it could be things around emotions and safety, it could be things around indie RPGs in general, or indie versus traditional, or what the hell freeform is, any sort of thing that relates to the things that we've talked about on the show. We could talk about Jungian depth psychology for 3 hours, trust me, we could go there. So, what I'd love to hear from you is ideas. So please tweet me now and throughout the next few days so we can figure out what our topic is going to be at _Strix. That's on Twitter, _Strix. And I will let you guys know via Twitter what our topic is going to be, and so we can get people pulled into that conversation. I really liked our last roundtable, and I'm looking forward to this one. So that is the plan for next week's weekly affirmations. Up next is Death from Above, where you'll be seeing me again as a very different character. And there's gonna be lots of killing and lots of giant robots. So before we outro, I'm gonna read us a couple of more tweets as soon as I can unlock my phone. Game feels. Hashtag Game Feels. I hope you guys had a good time today. I know that I did.
I did too.
I always love having you, Sally. You're great.
Oh, thank you. I will come back anytime, and maybe win a game next time, or complete a game. Well, no, I guess we did finish Shoot the Moon.
Yes, we did.
We did actually. We did finish that. So
my tweets are loading. I need my times.
While that's loading, I can give you your new card while we wait for your phone to
what is the card?
So I chose a magical creature, and I am like 99.9% sure it's not in there yet.
Okay.
But there's a lot of cute, fun, squeaky creatures in our affirmation deck. So I think that we could use another one that gives you the opportunity to make more of an evil, gurgly, spooky sound.
Okay.
So
I like spooky sounds.
I am adding Shaggoth to the deck.
Oh my gosh.
Very, Lovecraftian mythos. Shaggoth. That is my addition.
So that is a number 3.
Number 3.
I'm gonna put a number 3 on here, and the Shaggoth is going into the deck.
And I look forward to hearing the Shaggoth sound for the first time. I cannot wait.
I will make sure that someone gets you a tweet of that.
I am very excited.
Okay, so to let us get out of here, let me scroll down. Oh, there it is. So the ones that we missed from earlier were from JP Beltran, and an affirmation for Peanut Butter Babe. We've been seeing you all throughout chat today, so thank you for joining us. You are a rambunctious, dastardly scorpion cookie. The Moon Rules said fickled winds blowing, bringing smiles to Nick Cage and Hyper RPG. And I'm just gonna show you this fickle wind, and I'm gonna retweet that. That's amazing.
That is some very fickle winds. That's a great
in Nick Cage's
gift.
hair.
That is a great gift.
Yep. And then finally, thank you, Sally, for playing. You're so talented and making great stories on the fly. And that's from JP Beltran.
Thank you, JP Beltran.
from Kinetic Noetic, who is Justin. Laura ES, which is that Laura?
That's Laura.
That's QQ Laura.
QQ. But
so Laura ES, you know who you are, I'm assuming. You're a quirky, queenly Quetzal.
Ooh.
Short for Quetzalcoatl.
Triple Q. I like it.
And then Silly Jupiter, you're an amiable, ambling Abyssinian, which is a type of cat.
Oh my god. And a beautiful, just, oh, they're so majestic. Abyssinians, just gorgeous. They look very much like Egyptian, like art. Oh my gosh. Just like depictions of cats. Excellent choice of breed.
Yes.
Yes.
They're not shutting me down yet, so I can do a few more. So Toadcoder said, played in Peanut Butter and Jelly's game today, got to roll off the D&D Indefinite Psychological Trauma Table. Game feels. That sounds terrifying. And Genova Plus says, Strix, thanks for putting some positivity into my normally hectic Friday afternoon. I'm gonna leave that there, guys. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Also, if I'm pronouncing it wrong, it's Shoggoth. Feel free to correct that. Maryland accent again.
Maryland's.
I'm sorry.
All right, thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Be great to each other. Be positive. Affirm someone else. You'll find out you feel better too. Can we get that outro song, please, Miss Laura QQ?
Oh, Laura ES is Laura. Hey, Laura QQ.
Ah, see, I was correct.
There you go.
Laura, song.
Oh, it's Jonah.
Song.
It's Jonah. So.
Weekly affirmations.
Positive feelings show.
Most positive thing on this channel.
Power
Go. It's pretty decent.
A weekly affirmations, a positive feel-good show. The most positive thing on this channel called Hyper Rabbit Power Go.
It's pretty decent.
All right, bye guys. Take care. We'll see you very